Okay. Okay, we're starting with this. Okay. All right.
I did one.
You guys are doing like your pose again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing now, Brett. Sorry.
Is it a thing?
It's a thing.
I think it's a thing. That's just
It's part of it.
making me scratch my wrist
Accept
really
it.
awkward
We've
place.
accepted it.
All right. Welcome to Quests and Queers, a D&D podcast and live stream with a special focus on LGBTQ players. I can't deal with the whole like.
I know.
I can't deal with it. We are in partnership with Toronto Gamers, connecting nerdy queers through board games, video games, and of course D&D. Music by Foxamore. Today we normally thank our technician, but in fact it's just Mark again.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Do someone else need a pencil, please?
No, you have to suffer without them.
All pencils are banned. So we're just gonna do table. I guess instructions again. One more time.
I'll lead it off since you just
Well,
said my name.
yeah. I'm Brett and I am God, and that is all for me. And I go by him pronouns. Him pronouns. He pronouns. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm Mark, aka RK. I go by he, him pronouns. You may know me from Culturally Effed, and today I'll be playing as Egreth Bloodmaw, the Knoll Ranger, and she uses she and her pronouns.
Me? I am playing as Lazra. My name is Ada. My pronouns are she, they. My character is Lazra. She usually uses she pronouns, but she doesn't really have a strong preference. And her apprentice, Shorelar, uses he pronouns typically.
He's a little
He's a
gobbo.
little goblin.
Oh,
Well,
you're
he's a
right.
hobgoblin.
We might have to increase the volume
That's
too.
how that works.
We have one mic today. We'll speak a little bit louder.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Yep.
I upped the volume
Pronunciate.
sensitivity. I upped the mic sensitivity.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we can actually hear our mumbling.
Okay.
Yay!
Well,
Take
my
the
turn
prize.
then. My name is Maverick. I use they them pronouns. And I'm playing Raveno, who is a skeleton fighter cleric. Take that as you will. And Raveno uses he and they them pronouns.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I go by he and him. I'm playing Ayesha, who is a half-elf warlock, and I brought my wand to
Hey.
encourage
To
you
hex
to...
people with.
Yeah! So,
This is
Maybe
my
fuck off.
hexen stick.
Yeah!
Save me from all those
Cast the death spell.
Yeah!
Hexen stick.
So I am Charlie of C4 Studios.
Charlie does all the art.
Yeah,
Yay.
I do some arts. CEPHOR. You can see me on Instagram and Twitter. And my pronouns are he, him, her, she. And my lovely paladin Rubalux goes by he, him pronouns.
He's Dragonborn.
I'm a dragonborn.
Red.
Red Dragonborn.
Charlie does all of the art that you see on Quests and Queers at C4 Studios. Jackie also contributes some art as well.
So cute.
Yeah.
Jackie does some more of the thick line art, some of the more clean art, and Charlie does more of the
Flat
traditional
colors.
stuff.
Yeah.
So excellent work, both of you.
Good team going
But
on.
but I have plans for
So
other
many
things.
plans.
You have plans?
Plans! Stickers! Excitement!
Plans,
stickers.
stickers, and more plans.
We are also hoping that this will be our very last pre-recorded episode, and from here on out we will be actually going live to air to the internet at twitch.tv/quests and
And
queers.
keep an eye on us on Twitter and Instagram, because
Hell
we're
yeah.
doing a countdown.
Yeah.
It's the final countdown! Okay.
Not
Copyright.
sponsored.
It's alright, it's fine, under 30 seconds.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Okay. I know.
Just a
Copyright
thought.
panic.
It's like,
Okay.
Is that legal?
I asked that at least like 10 times a day. All right. So, last time on Quests and Queers, you guys were invited to a party. The invitation came from Scalig's. Scalig's hand that he stole away from Ravenel.
I gave him the hand.
You
in
gave him the
fairness.
hand.
He stole what it was holding.
But he stole what it was holding, which
And
is a
left
portion
a
of the
shitty
black
party invitation.
star. Inside of it, he left an invitation to the Cells party, which you guys slowly gained a tie or two over your various adventures, and then walked through the front doors.
Surrendering some weaponry.
Yes, you guys surrendered some weaponry.
but I got to keep my cutlass.
within Skellig's notes, he did reference that the broken pillars were there, and that he was going to make a trade for a portion of the Black Star. Apart from that, you guys also know a couple of things about the area. The area and the party's contents. Sorry. That a large portion of the partygoers are undead, as well as you sensed one very demonic presence inside. Upon going through the party, you talked a little bit with some NPCs that you made along the way. Some friends, some foes, some rude guests. And now you guys find yourselves scattered throughout the party. Some people continue talking, and some move forward. I believe last we left off, Ruby, Lasgra, and Bloodmaw were downstairs, right?
Upstairs.
No? You guys were upstairs,
We were
right?
upstairs talking to one of the pillars.
Yes.
We
You
all
guys
took a turn talking to him. We all took turns getting put in our place by him.
Yes.
Now, yeah, we were left upstairs.
And I just walked around panicked because I'm being
Breaking
watched.
intel like that, dude.
Apart from that, you guys did know that on the top floor there was a study and a billiard room. Apart from a door that was also connected to the back room. Through some clever kind of deduction, you also figured out that this is probably the most likely place that Finnegan was being held. You also found out through Bardis, who was attending downstairs in the first floor, that he is here investigating some people who are apparently hoarded downstairs, of whom you saw a couple sessions ago, Aldous Assault Boot escorting them through the Silverlips district. Apart from this, you guys stand together in kind of like this silent moment after talking to Neldrag Pilar, who then walked away from all of you. As you
I was not present for that conversation.
yes.
I know you were hanging out with our vampire friend downstairs.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are hanging out with none. As this happens, the party opens up, and you can see various guests around you. Some of which you know, some of which you don't. You can make some quick perception checks to figure it out.
I'll do it.
Apart from that, you guys did notice that a section was kind of cut off the rest of the party. A small little hallway with 2 city guards that were attached to that were holding sentry right next to a door. You also did notice that Boule Greekeg is still there.
Watching.
Yeah.
15.
15. Just one perception check? Okay,
That was
cool.
for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm
We
still
had a
trying.
roll
Okay.
here.
I'm trying to see who, like, if I can see who exactly is watching me right now.
Boule Greekeg and city guards.
No,
This
but,
happened
like-
last time.
No, but I want to see if I can, like, pick them out in the crowd.
Probably. I mean,
My perception's +0. Jesus.
it's not like it's
Yeah.
not like you're hard to spot.
No, but like I want to see if I can spot them, so I can know who to.
And you have an
Because I'm trying to
Yeah.
devise a
10.
plan to sneak away, and I need to know who to avoid.
City guards would probably be a good thing,
Yeah.
that seeing that you heard Bulag say,
Yeah.
keep an eye on them.
But I'm just checking to see if there's anyone else who's not city guard who's maybe keeping an eye on me.
Okay, that's gonna require like a
Yeah, but
perception check.
a higher perception check than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your check was
My 15.
15. You were downstairs or upstairs?
Downstairs.
Downstairs. So as you begin to look around, for instance, sitting near the tables, you start to notice exactly how many bottles of cast of 1313 are around, and exactly how many people are drinking them. And as you begin to look, one of them kind of grazes past you with a bottle in their hand. And as you begin to look down, you can see the tiniest bit of label on the side. And it kind of seems to have a different edition number. It's still 1313, but the ones that you saw on the bottom had a different date. And these ones seem like the same date. Sorry. It's the
So
same
they're all
date.
from the same batch?
They're all from the same batch, yeah.
13, 14.
No,
So, like,
same
the ones-
year, but different batch.
Yes.
So no more BB.
Apart from that, you just kind of notice more people getting tanked. A lot of people are talking about it. You do notice that some people are talking about what is happening in the Shantytown district. There's a lot of talk of the Scourge, and they've heard of what's happening with them, ramping up aggression. A lot of these people seem to be highly wealthy, and they seem to be talking an awful lot of shit. about the events of what's happening with the Scourge right now. You also hear a lot more. Let's go with nice tones of Vale. When people talk,
More approval?
More
Their
approval of him.
Vale?
They talk a lot about his work. They talk a lot about Thieves Guild. You get the kind of sense that in this party, items of culture such as art or sculptures or scripts of books or things like that are highly, highly prized. And it's something that the Thieves Guild heavily employs to even steal from one another.
Okay. Anything else?
That's about it.
Alright. And still no sign of Skellig?
Skellig is not here,
Okay.
from what you can tell.
Alright. And is Non still chilling with me?
Nana's still chilling with you.
Alright.
She's had a little bit. Hasn't had a lot of alcohol. 1313. She doesn't appear to be drinking it. Apart from that, yeah, that's about it.
Can I insight check to see like why she's not drinking it? Like if she's just like been on a bloodbender for like the past 2 days and she's had enough,
Yeah, you can give me an insight check if you want.
or if she's just she knows something I don't. That was 23.
She kind of looks like the type that when she drinks, she binge drinks, and when she doesn't want to drink, she's pretty dry. Like she doesn't want to drink at all. You kind of get the sense of like the sense of maximums with her.
So it's like 0 or 100.
Yeah,
with
0 or
everything.
100 with nah.
Okay, fair enough.
And with everything that you've seen, seems pretty accurate.
Okay,
She's a all or nothing type of gal.
I can appreciate that. All right. And do we have any idea of how long it will be before the big performance begins?
At this point, they said in an hour or so, and this is probably passed for about like 25 minutes. So in about 35 minutes, it's going to start.
Okay. Well, the music
happening?
cut and then suddenly it was just like dead silent.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is what kind of happens.
Alright, no worries.
This is what happens with my soundtrack.
What's
Evil
the sound?
soundtrack. Evil, dirty soundtrack player.
I'm not
It's just my
taking
media.
notes 'cause
Like the
this
music
prevents me
is
from
great, but my
writing.
media sucks.
I'm gonna have to take it off if I want to write.
Let's see. And there's nothing for my passive.
I think of your passive that you
This is
noticed.
very
How much is it again?
difficult.
20.
Not even down here. Seems pretty
So
average.
it's
A lot more
nothing-
people are drinking, getting
Nothing
tanked.
of interest.
You notice that a lot of people who are drinking seem a lot more paler. Than
Oh,
everyone
I
else.
have this. I have a very strong feeling that I'm probably fucking surrounded by vampires.
Yeah,
But that
that's
doesn't.
fair.
That doesn't
Just trying
bother.
to suck your blood.
That doesn't bother me. I got nothing they want.
You got like some pillows stuffed in your down your legs.
They can get a nice bite of downy.
They would just get a mouthful of fabric, basically.
Yeah, you're basically a walking blanket.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Pit feathers.
I'm very nice and squashy.
Nothing.
Raveno's hugs are the best.
Yeah, is it down or is it like hay?
It's down because hay makes crinkly noises.
Okay, yeah. So if you get hit,
Yeah, you wouldn't
It's
want to
gonna be
make
off of
crinkly.
feathers.
Maybe.
No, if
It's feathers. It's feathers and flowers mostly in there.
I just had a terrible joke where I was just like, no, if you were just found creaking, they would have just assumed that your joints were fucked up, and then they would have assumed that you're a millennial. But yeah,
I mean, in a way.
in a
By
way,
definition.
in a way, it's about finding the millennial
It's
inside you.
kind of true also. I'm more like with one millennium about
Yeah.
canon millennial. Anyway, all right.
It's not even kidding. That's actually accurate.
Yeah, I'm being deadly serious. Okay. All right. So I will look to Non. What is your plan?
My plan is to wait and figure out if my brother shows up. That's my plan.
Good plan.
He's got a fuck ton to answer for.
True. And would stay with me. I should join the others, but I'm hesitant to leave you down here.
It's not my first party. I'll be fine.
But you have enemies here.
I think everybody has enemies everywhere. And have I not shown that I am very, very capable in that field?
You came back looking like a pin cushion.
everybody at least one... I fell down. Would that make it better?
You fell down with arrows inside you.
I was carrying a thing of arrows.
In your back.
Mm-hmm. Best place to store them.
Subcutaneously.
Yep. I'll be fine. There's far too many people around here. There's safety in numbers.
So I will give her my bell. If you're in trouble, give it a shake. Or don't.
Just seems kind of dinner belly.
Does not summon a waiter. And I head upstairs.
She just kind of looks around, looks at the bell, looks at everyone else, and just goes... and then just like continues walking away. She strikes up a conversation with some odd person in the back. Not much else. She does still look stunning, though. Nothing quite like an armored dress.
Which is actually so clever.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like aesthetic, but I bet her AC is better than 10. Anyway.
Who's up on the balcony with me?
I'm
everyone
just joining
I'm
you
on the
guys.
second floor.
I was with
I think I am.
Lasgura. So.
Lasgura went
Okay.
upstairs.
I
Okay.
spoke to the broken pillar by myself, but
Okay.
I'm not the only one like upstairs.
No, there's a lot of people
I
upstairs.
don't think I went downstairs after the last game.
No.
Are you upstairs?
I'm upstairs. I'm
Yeah,
upstairs on the second
so-
floor trying to find someone, but I didn't see that person or anything.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
So I'll like sort of motion you guys over for private conversation. I guess you're joining us too.
Mhm.
Like, I think the tower that holds Finnegan is like down that hall.
Interesting.
And of course, there's the issue of the undead ball taking place underneath us,
Around us.
and underneath that, there's probably even more weird stuff. So do we want to go up or down, or should we just stay at the party?
There's some time yet before the performance begins.
This party sucks so far.
I do not understand them.
There's no fighting.
'Tis loud.
Not loud enough.
But why would so many stand together in a room where 'tis dim and then shout at each other for many hours?
And there's no fighting.
And no one fights, 'tis true.
Is anyone dancing or anything?
There are some people downstairs dancing, but apart from that, not really.
And the dancing, dreadful.
We don't have concerts outside of the waste. I mean, that's what we're here for.
I
We're
kind
here for
of like the
performance,
dancing.
right?
I'm enjoying this party. Everyone looks really elegant. We got the dress up today.
I mean, we all look good.
Yeah, we all look fantastic.
I mean,
You can see
people around look better, but
a waiter begin to walk by, and as they begin to walk by, they kind of move forward with this large tray,
What's
and
on the tray?
you can see it's kind of almost like a glass, but with a scorpion tail hanging out of it. And as they go over, they're like, "Would anyone like scorpion's tail?"
I will
Sure.
take one.
I
Yeah,
will
I'll take
try one as
one.
well.
Okay, so as you look at it, it kind of looks like this almost peach-like color that
I'm not
descends
looking
into
at
a
it. I
white.
drank it.
Descends into.
Drank
I know.
it.
I'm still going to describe it. That's almost this peach color that kind of fades slowly into this white creaminess color on the bottom, and it kind of still has a scorpion tail. It's kind of whipped around it. So as you drink it, can you please give me a Constitution check, please?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, or
Those who drank it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm drinking it. Oh my god.
Oh wait, is this alcohol?
Con save?
Oh my god. Oh.
You're fine. You actually quite like it. Okay, yeah. So you
14
actually
on
quite
the
like it. It kind of mixes with almost. It's almost like a milky orange kind of taste with this very bitter aftertaste, like seemingly out of nowhere. And as you begin to taste it, you kind of see as it hits the back of your throat, you kind of see like bright colors around for a second in your eyes. It begin to like fluctuate, and then it just immediately fades away.
Oh,
However,
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if this seems like some kind of magical effect?
sure.
That is it's only a 10, but my total is 16.
Ain't magic. It is not a magical thing.
It's just bad.
Ruby?
Those of you who failed,
Yeah.
did you drink it?
No, so Ruby takes out the scorpion
yeah.
tail and back
I know.
and puts the glass back down and just
Yeah,
crunches the scorpion tail.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna give me a Constitution check at disadvantage.
A disadvantage.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to eat the tail.
I'm not even the pointy part.
it's
It's
the
totally eating the tail. But I don't think I'm gonna get worse than a 2.
Yeah, for those of you who
Oh
fail-
god, I cannot roll with this thing.
Use the tower.
Okay. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Wait, Constitution?
It's still not good.
My curse is back, so because I got my first 1 today.
9.
Yeah.
Can you please give me? Can you?
Is that your first roll?
Yeah, it's my first roll. Already on a good start.
Hey guys! Jackie rolled a 1!
You're gonna.
That's strange!
You're gonna take. You're gonna take 7 points of poison damage.
Woo!
As you begin to like put in the parts of your tongue begin to swell as you begin to crunch it down a little bit more.
Do I take poison damage? Just because I have
Oh, you're immune. You're a paladin.
Yeah, I'm a paladin!
Poison damage?
You're
I'm immune to the poison condition.
Not poison damage.
Yeah, you still
Okay.
take the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would say resistance.
For the rest of you here,
No,
you
community.
find yourselves almost
Yeah.
in
I still got 31.
almost in a
Like the
state of
language
daze.
community.
But immune to
Your checks
condition.
Yeah.
for you next hour, your wisdom checks will be at disadvantage. And you,
Oh my god.
your wisdom and charisma checks
Oh my god, that's
will
all I
be at
have.
disadvantage for 3 hours.
That's all I have.
Aisha is fucked.
You got a 1!
Oh.
As you guys
I'm
begin
just
to, like,
holding my glass.
swell
like,
it down
between
to
my fingers,
the
watching
other
this
end of your
happen to
throat.
everyone.
the colors around you begin to fade and kind of meld into one another for just a second, and as they begin to go, edges of colors begin to like shine out with almost like this bright black light before kind of mixing in with these hues. So
Oh.
everything just kind of seems like a pastel dream with no definition of where items are.
That's like me when I'm blind, you know, glasses.
I had much better scorpion before and
Oh
I
my
threw the tail.
gosh,
The
okay.
rest of the tail away.
Are you gonna finish that?
You cannot have it. I'm holding it. 'Tis what people do at parties. They stand like this
thank
and they
you,
hold
sir.
things.
This goes over and he gives you like the disdainful like down look like, yes,
You
no
should,
problem.
just coat your blade in it.
Later I will
So-
throw it on someone.
Get skeletons don't get that much.
Yeah, I absolutely said later I will
Scorpion
throw
knuckles.
it on someone.
The best time for us to either go up or down would be when the concert starts. However, I'm kind of being watched right now.
I can cause a distraction.
And additionally, what we know is that this musician's teacher is probably some sort of fiend. Not 100% confident that we should be in the room when the music starts. Might be a bad idea. I'm worried about what's going to happen.
I didn't even think of that.
Well, that's why
Hmm.
thou art not alone.
But like Ruby kind of like motions over his shoulder to. There's probably a guard somewhere staring at Ruby.
Can I make a perception check to see the people who are watching Ruby?
Yes, and while you're on, also give me yeah.
Start with that. Oh, not very good. 14.
You see 2 guards, other end, just behind the staircase on the other side of the foyer. Both of them are looking in your general direction.
Okay. Was there anything else?
Just 2.
Okay, just 2. There are only 2.
I'm pretty sure all the city guard are watching me.
But only 2 right now.
Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
I can distract them.
Well, if they're already distracted by our friend here.
I mean, if we
Lasgra, you
get-
said that you could do something.
I mean, I can make a purely visual sort of decoy. If they try to touch it, they'll figure out it's not you pretty quick. But
Ooh.
And
might
that someone was
be-
casting an illusion to distract them. Why don't I walk over there and throw a drink on a guard?
That was your plan all
I
along?
mean,
That's
your problem
I
is that they'll
mean-
know there's a distraction if they interact with the illusion, but you're just gonna.
I'll just
Are they still gonna know?
pretend I'm very drunk And very loud.
Say we start the distraction. Are we going to go to Finnegan, or are we going to see if we can't get to the basement?
Why not start with Finnegan? He may have valuable information.
Finnegan again.
I said
Unless
I'd
we
help
have
him.
a better plan?
Nope, this is...
All right. And I start walking towards the guards.
So wait, is the plan?
I'm starting to walk.
Okay, is the...
Okay.
Wait a second, is the plan that you're gonna cast this copy when the drink is thrown? I don't understand.
Well, you guys need to plan.
Yeah, I
It's
think I'm gonna
over.
decide. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. So I'm
By the
gonna.
way,
What's up?
the illusion has to stay within the 60-foot reach, right?
I believe so, yes.
I think so.
I'm gonna be watching you because I want to do
I am-
something as well. But I'm gonna watch until you do that. It's a light little thing.
I pause for a second and I turn like kind of halfway.
Yeah.
You're going to go, right?
And the thing's
I was
stay
thinking
in
of
the
helping
room.
you cast a little.
You could
illusion
make the
spell.
illusion walk into the restroom, maybe.
No.
And then
No.
just uncast
Trust
it.
completely.
Just look as if I'm acting alone.
Okay. All right. Okay. Put the wand back in.
There's a room of games and stuff over there we could maybe duck into.
Ruby's
The
also
billiards room I'm referring to.
Yeah.
suggested, because if we were going to maintain the illusion,
We don't need it.
well, they're going to notice that Ruby's not here.
Eventually.
Yeah.
What if he's just...
But if we have an illusion of
And-
Ruby go into the bathroom,
To be
as
clear
he
here,
said,
there's 2 guards within the foyer who is looking
Yeah.
at you.
Uh-huh.
The 2 guards that are in the hallway, there's 4 guards in total. There's 2 guards in the foyer, and there's 2 guards right near the doors,
Okay.
which is where you guys
Yeah.
think it is going.
Okay.
So, just to be clear, there's
so
4
there's 2 guarding the door we want to go through and
Yeah.
2 who are watching the party.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I can distract only 2 at a time.
The good news is that these 2 both guards are secluded. 2 are secluded by the party. The other one is
Mhm.
secluded in a hallway that goes to the door.
I could.
So we could
okay.
encounter one set of guards without the other, like by breaking sight with the other pair. Is that what
Mhm.
you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, revised plan.
Mhm.
Okay, so billiard room, right?
Do you have the timer?
Hallway, right?
It's okay, you guys don't have a lot.
Like,
Okay.
But hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Billiard room.
Mm-hmm.
Guards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ruby cannot be seen to leave the billiard room. Right?
Yeah.
So we have to maintain the illusion that Ruby remains in the billiard room and then pass by these 2 guards. I can still throw my drink on them.
I just want to shower someone with like golden June bugs again. Just want to do it.
Don't you have like a royal influence, Aisha? Could you use
Oh.
that to sway, get past the guards?
I could bring that up for you. Yes, I can for the party. I can do that.
I could challenge them to
If I
a
was
feat of
royalty, I'd use it all
strength
the time.
and defeat them that way.
It has
No,
been a
Meetings-
while.
you don't like that idea?
This is not,
Okay.
this is not the place.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
Save that idea for later.
I shall.
Your moment will come.
Should I talk to one of them then? Be
Together we
yeah,
can go.
together. I'll go with you. But June bugs. Okay.
If they act out, I will
Yeah.
still throw my drink on.
Gotcha.
She's
Okay.
drunk.
But
Yeah.
we nevertheless need to maintain somehow that Ruby has not left, while nevertheless allowing Ruby to leave.
Casual. I love your plan.
How long is the illusion good for?
if I'm there to maintain it, about 10 minutes or so, I reckon.
How far?
I mean, I need to be within 60 feet of it.
You guys might have to leave somebody behind. Like that's just the truth.
Would you stay?
Unless you guys have every intention on killing the 2
But isn't the issue trying to get out of the room? I mean, how are we going to get out without being seen? There's God, I mean, the issue isn't that there's guards in the billiards room that are going to see us leave, is it?
Well, I mean, the concern is that there are 2 sets, right? There's the 2 that are watching us presently. Well, watching Ruby presently. And then there are the 2 that will see us and prevent us from proceeding. So we need to nullify those which are in our way, while misdirecting those who might observe us.
What if we just keep Ruby out of trouble?
I need to see Finnegan. I need to see that he's okay.
And you recall last time we became very close to finding Finnegan. This one
Yeah, we got
took a bit of a jog.
You'll see, Fanka. We'll make sure of that.
So,
I mean, I don't really see how this is factoring into this plan. I mean, the point is we need to get Ruby out of the room. I can't make, I don't know the magics to make him invisible.
what if we go and we tell you what we find?
Ruby looks like really, really dejected. But he nods because he realizes that he's just like too much of an issue here.
All right.
Or we just kill all the guards at once. Just move them away one by one.
That's unlike you, but I like it.
No, they saw me
I mean,
coming
it's
with
really
you
not.
guys.
It's-
They saw me coming. I can't have that on my
Can't get around
no.
them. Go through them.
Well, if they die, they die.
We don't need to kill
Oh
them.
my
We
gosh.
can just knock them out and
And if they die, they
tie
die.
them up in a closet.
It is no small thing to knock someone unconscious.
And there was lots of people around, even up here on the
We
dock.
lure them away.
Whatever you guys are
What if we
doing,
fill
you
up
guys are
about
burning time.
Yes,
Yeah.
we gotta
You guys
go. Like,
all of them.
I'm gonna proceed down the hallway.
Okay, I'm walking with. Am I walking? Am I walking with you?
All right.
No.
So as you begin to walk up, you can see two city guards that are there. There, both of which are have kite shields on the left sides of their arm, and they're holding just the top part of the pommel of their swords. It's tucked away in their sheaths. As they look up at you for a second, they see both.
I still have a drink in my hand.
Are you still have a drink in your hand?
I have a drink in my hand.
They look up at you, and you can hear one. I'm sorry, this part is forbidden.
Forbidden?
Yes.
Like off limits?
Yes.
Ah. I don't think anything is off limits to a member of the royal family of Saren Saren.
You are?
Aisha Night Shadow.
Aisha Night Shadow, you
not
are not
recognized.
allowed in this side of the building.
That is.
Unacceptable!
Do you not know what my family has done?
What has your family done?
Enough for Saren Saren.
How
Enough.
dare you, you
How
ignorant scumbag!
Could you?
This is an ignorant,
I,
and we shall no doubt use our influence.
I will tell my father about you.
Yeah,
You don't even know what's gonna happen.
you will be thoroughly embarrassed, and they will execute your family down to the third generation.
You're nothing.
Of
You're sliding down, friend.
yeah. Sorry, this is I have to be with my friend. Down to the third distant relation.
You are nothing compared to us.
I like how you're looking over here while I'm here.
look at the camera, Jackie.
You
Look
see
at
like, one of the guards looks at the other guard, and they're like, although we appreciate the royal family of Saren Saren, and we acknowledge their royalty, at this part of the party, this area is banned.
Well, surely you must have some good reason to deny access to such an illustrious member of the royal family of Saren Saren.
I'm afraid these are private quarters and bedrooms.
Forbidden bedrooms?
hot.
Forbidden bedroom. A Harley Quinn
Never been rejected. There is a first, I guess, for everything.
I throw my drink.
I think it like splashes on his armor, part of it just drips off, and you can just see like the tiniest bit of her nostril.
I also throw the glass.
Roll with advantage, please.
Oh my god!
16s. But that's that's a 20 to hit.
That's not what we were trying to avoid.
You
Are
can
we
just see,
just watching
Oh my
this? Like,
Pretty much.
you can see one of the guards
one had
looks
a better
over
plan?
looks over at him, and the other guard just like proceeds to like grab you by the arm and
I
just starts
formulated.
shoveling
I
you
let him
right
do
back as he pushes you off to the end of the hallway, and as he begins to grab you, and he's like, "Oh, sorry." I'm afraid you are banned from this floor. Go downstairs.
Do you hear this?
I have an idea. If I make a silent image running there, so
Please leave, or I will tell you
really good
that you will
idea.
not be staying
I
at
have a
this
good
party
plan
much
B.
longer. Go.
Okay. Or at least if we're caught, I have an idea.
Is
And
the
he just
one
kinda
dealing with that?
Yeah, and he goes and he just shoves your shoulder off.
Make it scout.
Do you see this? Puts his hand on
I've
me.
never.
I'm gonna
never.
continue making a scene.
I've never.
Can you please give me a performance check?
This is not something I'm actually very good at, so this is a 10 only.
That's enough. You start to gather around
It's
like
your
5 or
assignment. You make
6
it whatever.
Cover me.
fellow partygoers as they begin to like hit each other on the shoulder, arm to like, try and see what's happening. As one of them takes a drink, anybody here can give me an inception.
I have something to jump in.
Uh,
I want to.
a check. I know. I'm just gonna get through this and
Get
then
the check first.
totally. This is gonna be
Are they-
an insight check.
I'll do it.
Just a very very quick one.
Okay, got it.
Nope.
13.
13 as well.
Oh, wow.
I rolled
Just
a-
13?
Double.
Yeah, 13.
You two get the kind of sense that these people, they live for this type of shit.
Do I notice that the guards are distracted by this whole scene?
They seem unfazed. I'll put the inside check as well.
Okay.
And you want to jump in?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
Alaska,
do.
sorry, you wanna jump
Is it a
in?
perception or insight to see if anyone's looking at me currently?
Insight.
Because I want to know whether I can cast a spell on it. That's not good. That's a 3. Can
You think
Is anyone watching
that there's
right now?
probably enough spells being cast in here already that it likely would
No,
not.
you disadvantage. Fuck.
Yeah, natural one.
See,
You're like, it's a great idea!
You
Someone looking at me.
think that Losgra's idea is full of pretty colors and smells like cinnamon.
Fuck it. I'm casting. I'm gonna try and quietly cast a silent image. And I'm gonna make a little silent image of I like the idea of Scalag. I'm gonna make a little Scalag, like run down into that hallway. Is there like a corner you could go around?
Probably.
I'm gonna do that.
What check would I use this for? This is the thing is that you're gonna have him like move through people crowds, which can get kind of difficult.
Well, let's stick to the edge.
Yeah. I just want you to give me... Could you please give me a... I don't know how I would do this. So, like, you basically need to move the illusion around without people knowing about it. So it can't hit any people, right?
or it
Yeah,
could
it's
just,
hard
it would
to
just
get
pass harmlessly through them.
Yeah, the issue is that... Oh, okay.
That person would know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying
That
to
person.
distract the guards.
So as that begins to happen, the goblin just runs down to the other end of the hallway. Night Shadow, as you
Yeah.
come there, you can
Yeah.
see... you can see what looks like a skylight running towards you. Can you please give me a an intelligence arcana check to figure out that this is
It's
not
actually an investigation. check.
Also, your drugs
Still
are roll
one.
again.
It's a 2, actually.
It's still two.
It's, what's 2 plus 2?
Isn't
Has to spend its
Four.
action to make an investigation check, and that is how much. Like it takes a
well,
full
we're not,
action.
we're not
to
in
do-
combat, so I can imagine
Yeah.
this can be easily
Still
done.
do it, but
Anyway,
Four
so
total.
You think there is skylight directly behind you? Is
running down the hallway away. like,
moves towards it. You can see the guard that's currently dealing with Mr. Bones in front. Is kind of like moves by and goes, "Hi!"
I grab him, I grab him, I grab him. No, you're dealing with me right now!
He just kind of like moves his face back. He's like, "Go downstairs. Go. Nothing."
Where is downstairs?
He just goes and he looks at you. He's like, "It's in the word. Down the stairs."
You're gonna have to tell me, I'm a little turned
So
around.
give
He
me
just
a
like
busy.
he just like grabs you on the shoulder with the
like a
bicep and begins to
stuttering.
like walk
Yeah.
with you, and
I am holding on to him.
it's like escort you to the other side of the stairs. What are you doing, Night Shadow?
I was...
Continue with the scene.
Yeah, do it. So am I noticing that people are sort of crowding around now, or...
Not really crowding around.
Or just like,
the
I mean,
guard,
someone
the
look-
guard
okay, okay.
also looks over
Okay.
at the fake Scally for a minute. He goes,
well, I made him run down the forbidden hallway.
yeah, but the thing is that once the guard kind of goes through, he's gonna like try and grab him. When that happens, because he does not recognize that it's an
Do a
illusion.
power slide.
Is an illusion. Yeah, that's the thing. How like the mechanics of how that works as well as him going ahead of it.
Would it be like a dex check? or
Yeah, that
something?
would be
Just
like either a dex check, or I would say like even an intelligence check to
Yeah.
try and see if it could move out
if
of
he
its
even
range.
notices it first.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, how much of a...
So I
okay,
have
how
one
big...
guard who's leaving now.
Yeah,
with
one guard
me.
is leaving with you.
To know what I need to have a bigger picture of what's happening. Like,
Okay,
there's
so there is
a hallway. How wide is the hallway?
the hallway's about 7 feet
Please.
Okay.
in width
And
and about
I don't wanna go
and
see
about
it.
15 feet
Is
in
this
length.
is he in the middle, or was there one like each side of the hallway, and then he's off to one side?
He's off to one side.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and go to the other side, like where the other guard was standing, and just try and sneak him around.
Yeah,
sneak
do
my
it.
illusion around the corner.
That's the best.
Yeah.
And then you can still
So
stay
what
with the
check
party
that
while I.
That's gonna be an
do my
Arcana, and the
distraction.
guard's
So
gonna
Ruby
try
and I
and
will
swipe
be
at him.
outside, and you guys can proceed.
That's it. He should pass right through, and if he's fast enough, he might just perceive that he just missed anyway. Might not consider it an illusion. That's just
I
right in
think
there.
Brett rolled well.
Oh my god.
No, I rolled a 1.
So immediately as that begins to happen, as he grabs forward, he just swipes immediately through your Skyleg illusion, through his torso, and passes through it. And as he looks up, he's like, "What? No! No illusions being cast! You!
I
Do it! Do it!
I immediately like cast charm person on this guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Look in
Okay.
the eyes. Like, yeah.
What's your DC?
My DC? Oh, sorry.
My illusion's still
It's
gonna
just
stay
a
in
wisdom
the
save.
It's wisdom saving throw.
Cabbage patch,
Yeah.
though.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Cabbage
Yeah. That's
13.
what
13.
Illusion Scaling is
Wisdom
doing. The
saving
guard
throw.
knows, not everybody else
And
necessarily
your spell
knows.
DC is 13.
13. Yeah.
As you look up at him after casting Charm Person, he immediately looks up at you, and you can just see his kind of demeanor begins to change as his eyebrows begin to furl. And as he looks down at you, you can tell that maybe the spell didn't work. And then he immediately, his eyes just pop back up. He's like, "Oh, hello. Yes, I'm sorry. It would be really hard to let you through, even with everything that's happening."
It'll be a quick walk. I just have to like
Take
take a little quick walk. I promise. You know the night shells. We have been
Observe the tapestries.
wonderful to the kingdom. We have done nothing wrong. You
I'm
can do a
afraid
little
you-
tiny thing for us. Come on.
You don't work at the kingdom. You're very far away from Sarah and Sarah.
Yeah, but.
But is there
mean,
something that
just-
you need to grab?
Yes, of course. Just real quick. I promise will be no hassle. I mean,
What is it?
I want to approach.
Something sensitive.
yeah.
I want to approach and say, "Hi, this is really embarrassing. I've asked my friend Aisha to go in there. I was being entertained by Aldous Saltboot in his quarters.
Deception check with
Yeah.
advantage.
Oh, straight out
And,
like.
I forgot my very embarrassing Knoll-sized feminine hygiene products. That's not that great. It's an 11.
He looks up at you and he's like,
Wait, was that advantage or? Oh, okay.
It's
It's
with
advantage.
advantage.
I still have
I
minus 1 to
see.
deception.
But you're still charming the person,
Yeah.
so you can make him
At-
believe.
as
Yeah.
he looks up at you, he's like, "Nice try. I'll do so. I've known to be with no one ever since came in here. I know you're trying to cover for your friend here, but what did you have?"
Hey,
And then
have you
hydraulics.
ever seen a Knoll menstruate? It is not a pretty sight! I hate my products!
Oh.
I'm sure it is not pretty, but I hope that you will remain composed.
A quick visit to the washroom upstairs. The one downstairs is completely full.
There
I
is no
cannot
washroom
hold.
back here.
Of course.
I mean, just some like feminine hygiene stuff I need to take care of real quick, and it is nasty down here.
Can you just tell me where it is?
It is up there to the left. I don't.
We're playing D&D.
Additionally, you guys
Oh,
can also
Jackie,
make...
we
Yeah.
gotta teach you how to lie.
I'm
Yeah.
just.
Also, you can make checks to
Whoa.
further convince them of
I was
things.
just gonna roll deception
Can
checks, I
this
guess.
be persuasion?
Oh.
This must
Persuasion,
be
yeah, persuasion, yeah.
Persuasion, yeah,
No,
persuasion
okay.
or perception, but
When
nobody's
someone's
rolling.
charming, is it
Persuasion, I'm
only
gonna-
nice to you?
I'm
or...
busy.
Okay, I'm
watching
gonna roll
this
persuasion for
unfold.
that. Wait a second. Okay. Oh my. Just go over here. Please be it.
That's not bad.
Okay.
This could
It
be way worse.
is. It's 14. 14. 14. 14.
Sorry, I just like that. I just like that sound. But as he begins to look over, and he's like, "All right." He begins to open up the door, and as you begin to walk in, he looks at your friend for a minute, and then looks back at you,
Yeah.
and he's like, I will escort you to where you need to go. So as he closes the door behind you, you can kind of see this long hallway.
Wait, so is it just Aisha by herself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do
You're
it,
on your own.
Aisha.
Do I have time to make eye contact
Wait,
with
I
Aisha?
say I have to have my.
Probably not.
I do need to bring at least one more person with me. It's just too much. I just would prefer if Ravenel came with me.
No, I'm
like,
not there.
or-
I'm
What?
You're in.
I thought.
Oh, I thought you were still there.
No, no, I'm
Oh,
being
yeah.
escorted downstairs
No.
because
Okay.
I'm being rowdy.
Oh yeah.
My apologies. If Igor could follow me. Here.
Could I just shove in
It was-
behind him before he closes the door behind him?
Sure.
Okay.
Strength check?
Yeah.
Yeah, strength. I can do strength. I can do the shit out of strength.
Oh no, don't say things like that.
13.
So as that begins to happen, you go to the other side, and as you see this long hallway, you just see like a door just slam over. As Bloodmon is like smashed in, the door goes slamming into the guard's face, crushing him against the wall. It's
This
behind,
is
and
my bodyguard.
yeah,
Goes with me
I
everywhere.
close the door
serious
behind
about
me.
it.
Yeah.
Slowly.
yeah.
I cannot be anywhere without her. She needs to be with me. This is
Is he
it.
even still conscious?
No, can you give me roll a d4 for me, please?
4!
As you knock over the side, you can see a large dent, and as he begins to pull open his sword.
Oh, here, let me get that. And I smack his head against
Oh! As you're-
Natural 20.
roll 2 d4s, please.
Oh, here, you got a little something on you. I just wall.
Can the rest of us see this?
4 total.
What's your strength?
5.
5. So
It's 9 total.
no. What's your strength modifier in general?
Oh, on my strength mod,
It's +3.
it's +3.
Okay, so you first slam him for 7 bludgeoning damage. As you begin to open, you just like take the door to the other side, look down the hallway, and just take the entire door and just and just blast him against it. A part of the inside of the door just goes framed in, and as that begins to happen, he kind of falls to the side. It goes next to the continental window, and as that happens, you hit him off the side of the door, and the window breaks behind him. And he's slowly starting to grab his hands down. If you guys want to try and save him, that would be a time. You guys can let him fall through a window.
Too late. He's dead.
I would save him and then just throw him. That's what I'll do. I'll be like, oh!
This begins to happen. He begins to like move back with both of his hands with this frightened expression as the window cracks behind him with broken glass that smatters on the side of the floor. He begins to go back, and your hands just go, and as your hands extend out, you're just like, like just not even.
No, I would like get his
kind of
hands and
somewhat,
then like.
yeah, somewhat pretending to grab him.
Oh my god!
As you grab him, you just kind of long live the king. As he begins to fall to the other side of the window, you can hear his face go, as he falls down the other side of the window with cracking glass. And as you look over, you can see with a hard onto the ground, you can see a dead knight on the courtyard with his body kind of outprinted on the gray grass.
Hey, this went better than I thought.
As he
It did
As
not!
he looked down, he fell 3 stories.
I had this! Oh!
And now I'm gonna roll to see if he can make his somewhat of a check. No, he did not. That's a natural 1. He's dead.
Hey, Aisha, get your shit together.
No!
Finnegan. We're
not
doing this for
proud of this.
Finnegan.
So as you go over to the side, you can kind of see, and you just close the door on instinct.
Oh, yes.
As you look over,
What's left of the
Do I
door?
have something to like, maybe I could bar the door with?
you see like handles, like
Yeah, there's no like
But then no help.
a knight or a flagpole or something I can like.
not
stick-
really. This
okay.
is a very opulent hallway. You might be able to find a chair down the way where you can bolt the door with. But as you look down the hallway, you can see kind of 3 doors on your left and 3 continental windows on your right. But one of them was broken in, the one closest to the
Is there
door.
a curtain or something I can like hide that with?
Yeah, there's 2 curtains.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
on
just-
each-
Yeah,
on each-
yeah. I'm just
on
gonna...
each
Check that
side.
right close.
Yeah. I'll just like...
I can't see it. It's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah.
I use my shoe to like quickly just like hide the broken glass up.
Yes,
Just
okay,
along
okay.
Out of sight, out of mind.
As you close the thing,
We gotta
you can see just past the 3 doors on your left and now the two intact continental windows on your right. You can see it kind of like ends in a kind of like a dead alley with a chair in the back, kind of this nice, very very comfortable furniture, high chair, fancy chair, and then you can see a bookcase on the other side.
Aisha, do you have any weapons on you?
Yes.
Do you have a weapon that I can use?
A
dagger.
I mean, there's glass everywhere. It's also your fault too. So.
All right. We gotta
Pick
move.
and choose
We
a
gotta move.
card. Okay. Okay.
I want to do this sort of stealthily and sort of like peek into every door and then like scuttle to the next door. Stealth check. 14.
As you begin to kind of like
My heart.
go a little bit lower
Edge right now.
with your body movements, you begin to go and you kind of like grab the first door.
Well,
And
if the doors aren't open, I won't open them.
Well, there's nothing else in this hallway.
Okay, so we need to find
They're
the
all
stairs
locked?
up to the tower.
Yeah.
So would I roughly know where the tower would be from where we are?
Kind of seems like as you've seen outside of it, this hallway kind of goes there. It seems like geographically that it should kind of be at the end of this hallway, but you don't see anything.
I want to investigate for secret doors. In the hall, at least. I don't know why I rolled 2.
Yeah,
I guess I
roll 1.
I will re-roll one of them. Natural 20!
Oh my god, nice. Okay.
As you begin to go off to the other side. This is investigation.
Yeah.
So as you go onto the side, you can go on the side. As you go down the hallway, for fuck's sakes, you can see that there is a chair to your right and a bookshelf to your left. And as you begin to look at the wall a little bit, you can kind of see this kind of hack paint job that's kind of been put around it. There's this kind of 2 pieces of wall that just kind of fit together perfectly. It's a very, very thin black line. And as you look around it, it's not very average to the other people that there is a door here. That you can smell fresh bits of almost cinder and candle wax onto the other side of the door. But you don't see any way to get through it almost. There doesn't seem to be any mechanics.
Aisha,
Yes.
does this painting look like that I painted it?
I wasn't done talking, damn it.
Yeah,
There's more information!
Cutting me off will not get you the information that you want. As you look over to the left of the bookshelf, you don't really see anything off with it. They just kind of look like books to you. The chair also looks like just a very comfortable chair. Apart from that, you don't really know.
Aisha,
Yes.
look at this line behind this crappy painting.
Okay. We're rolling a segment as well. I'm rolling
Look for a
Okay.
switch or some way to open
Okay.
this.
I'll also roll for investigation, I guess.
I
or- okay, yeah.
smell wax.
Oh,
pretty
that's
good.
better. Okay. Ooh, 16 totally.
16 totally.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my
16
god.
God, totally.
Oh my god. That is not Aisha, by the way. That's not how he talks.
Kind of is.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You almost de-snapped.
Yeah. Good God, me.
I
That
have to
guard.
have my bodyguard with me.
No one denies a night shadow.
I pick up the chair.
Yeah, as you pick up the chair, it is slightly heavier than an average chair.
Great.
But
As you
Aisha
look over, you can kind of see where Egrith is looking onto the sides,
okay.
like where you see it kind of presses out.
It is.
But as you look to the left, what you notice that Egrith does not is that there's some books here onto the side. They kind of seem like vague historical books, but you can see 3 books that are kind of like pressed out. You can see the big musical book of Cell's compositions. You can see the first edition and the second edition. I mean, first edition and third edition, sorry. Apart from that, you can't really tell.
Okay. These books here seem to be interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna grab... Like, there's no second one. I see the first and third volume, but there's no second one. Yeah.
Perhaps we need to find volume.
13.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is actually interesting.
I'm sorry.
But you're not there.
Yeah.
Maybe the third book needs to go there. Maybe... Is there... Fuck.
Look at the show.
I'm not a clever knoll.
There are 3 doors here.
Perhaps the middle door.
The middle, yeah. I was gonna choose, probably the middle door. The second book is missing. That seems to be a sign.
As you begin to go over to the door
Yeah.
and you put your hand on the doorknob, and begin to twist, you just go.
Oh, it's.
Do you have a lockpick?
I have a wand. I can probably blast it. Or a lock. No, I do not have a lockpick.
I will kick down the door.
Okay.
Strength check, please.
Oh, you guys. Kicking down our
19.
problems.
Oh!
So as you just take one leg, you lower your stand, just you just put your foot like straight through the door onto the other side.
That's how Noel
On the other
solved
side, you just hear from the other side. You say, as you kind of hear, also from you guys outside of it, you also hear this large like,
Oh my god.
and as the guard is downstairs, he begins to look up just for a second as he looks at you, and as he begins to escort you downstairs, he's like, please excuse me, I have to go back to my spell.
No, I pull him down the stairs. Like, as if
You fall down the stairs?
I'm with him. I grapple him and I fall down the
Can you
stairs.
deal with this for a minute so I can go to the bathroom?
Yes. So, can you please give me a grapple check, please?
Just give me anxiety.
Oh no, it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. That is only 4.
As he begins to, like, you begin to like, grab him, and as you grab him, he's just like fighting with his arms to get him off you. And he's just gonna. It's like, all right, you need to go right now. And he just like grabs you both by your shoulders. He begins to escorting you out. You can see as you begin to go down the side of the stairs, as he begins to shove you down. You can just see from the corner of the right eye, Non just like eating something over near the other side of the table, as she's just like drinking what appears to be something. And then she just looks at you, and she just like looks up, and she instead just goes. You can just see like this visible exhale of breath that's a mixture of both embarrassment and shame.
I kind of do one of these.
As the guard begins to shove you out to the front foyer, you can see another guard that's right near the front door. He's like, these ones just need to go. And the front door person just goes, and the Honorable Ravenel will be leaving.
No, that's not the name I gave them.
Oh yeah, what did you give them?
They don't know my name.
Oh yeah, they didn't. Did you give them a name?
I did give them a name,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they know it.
Yeah.
And if you don't know it, then
think I
they
do.
definitely
I mean,
know.
they announced you when you came in.
Yeah, but I gave a name.
Brett, can I quickly use the washing too
That
since I
doesn't
have
mean I
to?
remember
God,
the name
yes.
of everyone
Okay,
who came through the door.
Yeah.
Right back.
If that guy starts coming back up, Ruby's gonna try something. I don't know what.
Okay. What I miss?
Ruby's not the
I
smartest.
am on the verge of getting thrown the fuck out.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I did this for
Do
you
we
guys.
see this? Do both of us see this? And we're just watching
I
doing
mean,
nothing?
you would have seen.
Yeah.
You guys would have seen this at
Yeah.
this point, but
Yeah.
you can't intervene. Well, you could, but
You could.
you
but,
shouldn't. I don't
yeah.
think.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the.
How
name.
exciting.
I have made an absolute scene.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
am proud of myself.
I don't know where they're. I don't know where it is.
Cool. So they don't know.
Yeah.
You have a lockpick? No.
As they just go, the other guy just
It's
begins to like
open
shove
now.
you out of the door, as other two guards from the front just begin to grab you.
Okay. I at this point I will put my hands up. I have had a few, and I apologize. Sincerely, I am so ashamed by my conduct, and it would mean a great deal if you would allow me to stay.
Ruby's gonna start going down the stairs since he can see that you're about to get
And I'm
kicked.
very contrite.
Are there already guards heading towards?
I'm making
do they
myself smaller.
have
I know, but like Ruby's still
eyes
gonna head
on
down the
this
stairs
hallway?
and
Or
towards
is
you.
Hallway
nobody
right
here
now?
yet?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna fucking go down there and see what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah, go.
So am I in front of the guards yet?
No.
No.
You are sure as fuck not going to be in front of the
The,
guards.
Not
the
for the kind
entrance
of-
is so this might have the entrance like the other guard is dead. There's no one else guarding that hallway.
Yeah,
but I'm still being
One
watched.
is on his way back up, and the other
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
So is there one on his way back up?
No.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going
Okay,
on
so here's
here.
what's going on. we got one guard dead.
Yes.
The other
Yes.
guard who was escorting me downstairs
Yes.
is at the bottom of the stairs on his way back up.
Okay.
So he's gonna go back to his post real
All right.
soon.
So I need to.
I am dealing with two other guards who are about to throw me out, but I have apologized in a very contrite way and would love to
Yes.
make a persuasion
Yes,
check
you-
to let
yes,
me,
you may.
to let me stay.
Okay, go ahead.
And that was
Yeah.
16.
As they begin to both look at each other, he's like, all right,
I'll go sit down.
but you're cut off for the rest of the evening.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god.
As you begin to move back up the front room, you can just see Nan's face just like stirring her drink and just looking up at you with high eyebrows.
I straighten up immediately and just like,
Trouble?
something like that. I have had so much to drink, you know.
Yes, I imagine
I have been cut off, in fact.
I imagine it just poured right through you.
Oh, it does go truly straight through me.
They're all bones, I tell you.
Make no bones about it.
Okay, cut to upstairs. As Oscar moves over to the other side of the door, you move through. What are you doing?
So is the guard going back to his post, or is he actually,
Yes.
or is he actually going through the door?
He's moving through his post.
Okay.
Do I have to make a check to go there, or
No, no.
No one's watching you.
No, nobody's watching you at the moment.
Alright.
I'm
So
gonna go. I'm
come
gonna
into
go
this door.
chit chat with the guard
That's where I'm
then,
going.
So yeah,
maybe.
you'd probably just see.
Do I know
me and
this
Aisha
guy?
outside the door.
Excuse my...
Give me a percentile dice.
Percentile?
They're
I haven't used those in a while.
and then they busted a door
And I can't go with you
that's
guys.
inside the room.
6.
They were in a hallway.
I'm in deep
They were in a
shit.
separate hallway that the door
I did
leads
this
out
to
of.
get you guys
So I
through
imagine you're on
the
the other
door.
side of the door right now.
Yeah.
And they're going through the second door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that all breaking the door happened inside of a room. It's not like
No,
one of-
It's
Nobody
the hallway
saw it.
behind the door.
Yeah.
It's a closed
So
door.
there's-
It's not a room.
There's
So-
the door they went through, and then there's the door to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Broken window. Door.
So
door.
nobody on the other side saw what happened.
they just heard
No.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
They heard a sound.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I
basically
ran after.
they heard broken glass sounds, but I rolled their dice and like nobody else.
Oh my god, because I was afraid it was a big deal.
So as you go up, what was your percentile dice roll?
I rolled a 6.
You do not know them.
So they don't necessarily know me then.
That is not what I said.
That's not
No, no, but that's what Ruby's thinking.
Ruby!
Ruby is also not a very clever one.
As you begin to walk up, you can kind of see the similarities as you begin to kind of intercept their trajectory. He's going to go over. He takes one look at you. He looks you up and down. He's like, "Yes."
We
He's
gotta
like,
teach you guys how to lie.
yeah. So, rough night.
Yes, you could say it's a bit of a headache. Okay,
Oh.
bye. And he just like walks right
Flirt
by.
with him.
He puts his
Ask for
hand.
directions.
I'm looking for the billiard room.
As he looks over to the right, he just points directly into the room that has a pool table. He's like, "You mean you're having trouble looking at that one over there?"
Oh, I've had so much to drink.
You can't have
Deception, I guess.
dragon breath all over him.
I rolled a 1 for deception.
He's rolled a pretty shitty roll too, but
That's
it's better than
deception.
1. He's up at you and he's like, "Is that a point all this?"
I'm trying to flirt with you. Deception. Oh god, that's cocked. Just put it here.
Deception because you are trying.
20.
Natural 20.
So you're
with you.
so you're not flirting with him, but you want to make.
I
him
want
believe
trying to
you.
distract him.
That's not the same rule.
It's lying about
It's lying, so
flirting
it's a
you.
deception.
Yes. As he can look at you, he's like, I'm very, very flattered. It's not really a thing that I am pursuing at the moment. No.
Damn, you hit the 20. Damn.
Okay, but next move.
As he can
Is
say-
it because I'm a dragonborn?
as he looks up at you, as he looks up at you for a minute, he's like, no, I generally try to just not get, in a relationship with someone who is just going to up and leave. As he uses a look at you for a second and then just,
Does he have a son? Who hurt you?
it's not about.
No, it's not about that.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
actually that's
because-
a
yeah.
pointed comment.
Yeah.
ooh, that's something I know. That'd be meta knowledge for me.
Yeah.
No idea about that.
Smash
Well,
cut.
there's no. Yeah. Do we smash cut?
Okay, I'm gonna say that you're holding him up right now.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is all happening. As you begin to kick through the other side of the door with this sudden of what you say, ah! From the other side of the And as you remove your foot from the other side, you can see Scaleg on the other side of the room. And you can see, like, him holding, like, 2 huge coin purses. He's like,
Scaleg, please tell me you have a weapon on you.
he just looks around, he's like, I throw these hard enough.
Am I here yet?
Yes.
Yeah. As you go and you close to the other side of the door, and you see Ygritte just kind of like remove the door, the door.
Okay, how similarly is he dressed to how I saw him before? In the cave.
Very.
I will pick up the door
Identically.
and replace it.
Okay. Alright.
Dr. Sun.
You can't... Okay. They've just seen I've just made an illusion of you, and they know it's an illusion. If you just shut the fuck up, don't make a sound, they'll probably think you're just the illusion still.
Oh my goodness. That's wonderful news.
But, where's Finnegan?
Finnegan?
Where's the stone?
We know he's here.
You have
He's
it?
somewhere.
We made the trade.
With who?
Broken Pillars have it?
Already, yeah.
Fuck.
What, I'm just carrying these around for my amusement?
I take the coin purses from him.
You have to go through, you're talking through him through a door, through a hole in the door.
I thought I kicked the door
yeah,
open.
Egos was trying to kick down.
Yeah,
kick
kicked it
open
down.
the
You
door.
kicked through the door.
Why?
Because it was too good a
If you
roll.
kick right next to the doorknob, you're gonna open the door, right? It's
Yeah,
gonna
but
destroy the
like-
doorknob. The door's not...
and
All
you
you
don't
need to
walk.
say is
You have
just
to
like,
show
I
them
opened the
what's
door,
left
not
of the
door
door.
open. I said you kicked through the door.
Okay.
So push open what's left of the
Scaleg,
door.
open the
Yeah.
door.
He just takes it down. You can just see him walk over, and he's just kind of like strutting over. He just fiddles the doorknob a little bit, and just go, and it begins to open. He's there, and he's like, I don't see why you're here anyways.
You told us to meet you here.
I said
And you gave us the invitation.
that the pillars would be having a part here. I had nothing to do with it.
Except you soldiers rock here.
So why the fuck was there an invitation in Ravenou's hand?
What's the deal with pillars? I'm not a part of it.
You had the hand.
I investigate the room for weapons.
Sure.
So you didn't give us...
You can kind of
You
see.
didn't put the invitation in Ravenou's hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what the fuck are you asking while we're here?
I thought you'd be dealing with pillars.
But we kind of are, but you already made the trade, so what's the point of dealing with them now?
Because you can kill them or whatever.
We can't let
Okay.
them have that piece.
Nope.
Kim.
I am not involved. I'm headed out of
I
here.
Bullshit,
You're
you're not
totally involved.
You gave them a piece of the Black Star. Bullshit, you're not involved.
I'm not.
Aisha.
Yeah.
Lucky I
you-
see you as a son, I
have
would
to
have
open
killed
that
you
door.
by now.
Oh, okay.
As you begin to look around the other side of the room, you can see that it seems like a trophy room. As you begin to look around, you can see like an elk's head on the side, along with a ram's head. And you can see like 2 large bookcases with like a collection of booze onto the side.
Mhm.
You can kind of see this large, almost scimitar that's mounted onto the side of the wall. It kind of has almost like this black kind of taping around, and it looks like this large scimitar with little divots in the center of it, along with dots that kind of line the sides of the blade.
Finally, a fucking weapon. And I put down the chair I grabbed. Which, that's why I grabbed it. Was to use as a weapon.
Okay.
And I'll take the scimitar if it comes down easily.
Okay. As you go and you grab it right off the side of the door, it just seems like a normal scimitar, but this seems different. It's exceptionally light. And as you begin to
Flimsy.
take it down, it's exceptionally light, but it seems very, very strong and very, very shiny. It kind of grips your hand almost, but doesn't seem like any ordinary scimitar.
I care not. I put it in my belt.
Wait, hold on.
Meh.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make it look all dirty so that it doesn't look like a trophy sword.
Or at least make it look different, because, you know.
I mean, I can't make it look different. I can make it look dirty.
You can soil an
I
object.
can soil an object.
We are
Yeah.
soiling an object.
I'm
Does it
soiling
just
it.
look dirty? Or?
Yeah, it just looks
Just looks
dirty
dirty,
to
okay.
try and obscure it.
So it just begins to look a little bit more muddy and dirty that kind of wraps
More
around
my
it for
style
a second.
now, I guess.
But this does look like a very, very nice scimitar.
Great. I will get the details from you later, I guess.
Well,
It
it
looks
depends on
dirty.
how
It
you
looks
guys-
dirty.
Hey,
Just
when
one
you
out.
Are you
use
guys,
it.
are you guys, like, if you're going to use any checks or something to determine it, or you're just going to take it? But that's your...
I don't give a shit. It's a weapon. I'm armless.
We'll find out when we hit someone with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, weapon, unless you got hurt.
Ingrid has not encountered a lot of magic weapons. She does not know.
Okay.
Is
That's a
Scully
cute-
still
Although,
holding
can I,
to?
do I have time to roll an Arcana check while I'm making it dirty?
Yeah, talking to Skellig.
Just to try and
Yeah.
see what the sword is. Just so I can see if I can get a little bit of... That's not great. That's a 11.
You have no idea. You haven't seen a scimitar like this before.
I don't know what
As
it
he
is,
begins to
but
look around, he's like,
whatever.
I am only here for the trade. Past that, I don't care.
Okay, Aisha's like
You better give us our cut.
furious. Okay, so Aisha goes. Yeah. Okay.
Give me the name of who you gave it to.
Pillar.
Do you know where he is? Where do you go? When did you make the trade?
See a hobgoblin.
Earlier in the party.
Just speaking with him. Fuck, get it.
Okay, now
It's right there.
is Scallywag still holding to?
Not Scallywag.
I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.
Scally.
Scally still holding two bags.
He is
of
kind of
whatever.
Scallywag.
Pouches
Well,
of
you
whatever.
put them down.
Oh, you did. Okay. Well, okay. Aisha reaches for one and looks at him and says, we have been through a lot. We have killed someone. I'm not putting this on Night Shadow record. I left that family. They are not thinking me this way. So we are taking one of these, and you're gonna be okay with that.
Intimidation check.
Yeah, intimidation check.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Not
It
bad.
is
You have good charisma.
15.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks around at you and he just goes,
There are more of us.
Yes.
Straight.
I'm also gonna help you get out of here.
Alright,
I don't need any help getting out of here.
Let's go.
But we found you. Let's stop them.
Kick down a door!
We don't have the key. Presumably the guards do.
Lasgra, there's a secret door at the end of the hall, and we think we have to find the second volume of the series of music books to open it. And we think it might be in here.
Can I? Okay. I'll roll investigation.
Sure.
I'll help.
Is that
Oh,
gonna-
I'll cast guidance on you, Laz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a good
I
time.
don't help.
Yeah.
So plus this. I have the D4.
I'm helpful.
I try to help. It turns out I can't read.
Yeah.
So
I can't read.
do I have advantage from being helped?
No.
No.
Because even if that was gonna think, Bloodlock can't read.
Egret can't read.
Oh, that was good.
Egret doesn't know the
19.
letters.
You also cast guidance.
21 plus that's investigation.
Yeah.
27.
Like,
As you begin to investigate the room, you can see that apart from the desk that's kind of off to the side, it's kind of right next to the liquor cabinet. You can just see that it looks a little bit thicker than normal. It does seem to in your search, you just seem to notice it. It just seems like there's a little tiny button that's underneath the desk. But you do manage to survey the rest of the bookcases, and you don't seem to find the book that you're looking for. Not in this room.
I mean, I press the button.
Okay. So as it goes, and you press the button, a table flips over, and the moment that happens, you can see 3 potions kind of flip up from the end of the table in like these almost little handmade baskets. And as it flips open, you can just see 3 different potions.
wow, that's really
Oh, let's
fancy.
take it.
Someone put little wicker baskets around these things.
Loot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it on.
Okay, no problem. 2 of them kind of, 2 of them have this almost light blue color, and one of them is purplish.
I'll figure them out later. And
So perfect! Support blue.
Blue. It's tasty.
It is
I
tasty.
hate when things are like when colors are defined like when
yeah.
tastes are defined by colors and you're just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is
What are you
blue? Blue is a
drinking?
different taste every time.
blue, the color you can
But you,
take.
there's like very sweet blue, but then there's like lemony blue, and you're right.
Blue raspberry
Yeah, like-
lemonade.
Blue is different every time. I know
Okay.
exactly what
Alright,
flavor
alright.
red is.
Back to
That's what I thought it'd be. There's no,
Aliens.
there doesn't seem to be a door. I'm gonna
Yellow's
go
another one that
investigate
drives
the
me
bookshelf.
nuts. So much yellow flavor.
Yeah, I included that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we're fine.
okay.
You have to check one of the other rooms next.
It doesn't seem to
Scully,
We don't have
to have
time.
anything in it, but
Scully, can you pick locks?
you do start to notice
Probably.
as you look around, and you can kind of take a good look at the elk's eye as well. Something about it just seems off.
Well, nice.
Bad
Short sword and
It doesn't seem to like as you like put up your short sword. Oh yeah, you didn't give that one away. Great for you.
yeah, they're fancy.
Yeah, as you begin to like
It's not like
hoist
a
up to the
pry-off.
hoist up the eye and you kind of pop it off, you realize there's a little bit of resistance. It's a button. As you pop it open, the deer's mouth just goes just like detaches and a key just like falls
Oh.
right out of the mouth. mouth onto the ground.
I catch it. What's this Resident Evil shit?
Oh my gosh, nice.
Yeah. So,
And key.
Yep.
like,
Mm-hmm.
key.
Your
The
writing's
fuck do I
always
use this
so
for?
Nice.
Oh, just hold on.
I would write like
What's locked?
like I'm wearing
Seems like a
this.
spare key.
To what?
I don't know.
All right.
The secret door to the
All right, let's go.
keyhole.
I want to show Lascar the secret door I found that we need to open.
There's no keyhole, right?
No,
There is no keyhole.
Okay, well the other door, I'm gonna try it then.
Which one? First or third?
third.
I mean, didn't we already try one of them?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
second
one you
It's got, like,
destroyed.
Oh, okay.
3 doors total. 1 door broken down.
One down.
So
First door or third door?
I'll try number 2. I'll
Wait,
try
is-
number 3, I mean.
There's 3 doors
As you try number 3,
and 3 windows.
this as you put the key in, immediately you can see this large arcane symbol begin to wrap itself around the front of the door, and as you put it in and twist the key, we're gonna take a break right there.
I know arcane lock. Do I recognize it? Was that arcane lock?
You're gonna find out when you do it.
Oh my
Guys,
gosh.
guys,
shit.
there are 3 windows and 3 doors.
Stressed!
We're doing it. We got time. You just gotta keep
Oh,
those guards waylaid.
it's so hard not to
Keep 'em
metagame.
waylaid.
There's 3 windows and 3 doors,
Yeah, I
and you
need to
guys
go
have
to the bathroom.
destroyed 1
I need to
window
go to-
and 1 door.
I need a drink.
We have a key now.
I thought that was a good place to stop it. I
Yeah,
hope
it
you guys
is
are
very
okay with
good.
that.
No, that was great.
That was great. Thank you.
Okay, we are now back in the back hall room. You, Lazra, put the key into the lock. As it did it, an arcane sigil managed to wrap itself around the front edges of the door. As that happens, it begins to glow, the kind of like this light blue glow, and as it begins to flash out for a second, it begins to fade, and the door opens without issue.
I think that's what the key was for.
Good job, Lascar.
Go.
Alright, they're gonna come
well,
check us
as it-
out any minute now. We gotta get in.
That
As it opens, as it opens, I'm gonna get a lot more authoritative.
Okay.
Gonna smack
As
more
it-
tables.
As it happens, you open to a large room with a huge bed that's present, about 2 different bookcases, and 2 pictures line the walls. Just to the left of the bed, and you can kind of, I think you can kind of, you can see 2 pictures that are framed. One of them is seemingly looking like a large kind of almost human print onto the wall. Onto the wall, you can see little fringes and little dashes off the what looks to be like human hands, as well as 2 paw prints that are kind of put up against the painting. And you can also see this large kind of musical composition picture that's just a large collection of musical notes. Apart from that, you can see a desk with a huge map that has been placed open. You can see 3 different types of ink that has been pressed through, an inkwell, and it's kind of still standing on it. This huge desk, it's kind of like folded forward. Apart from that, that's the room.
Right, so let's all get in this room.
Okay.
Lock the door.
Investigation.
I'm gonna get us all in and then close and lock the door.
I'm
Can
inside.
I lock the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm inside.
Skellig walks in, he's like, you can get to this room.
Scott, like, I thought you were leaving.
Now you have.
Do you want me to go?
Kind of.
Bye! And he's like,
Hold on. We could really use your help here, I think. Yeah. None of us know how to pick locks.
I mean, I picked a lock pretty good. I'm just saying. But
And the whole fucking ballroom heard your picking the lock. That's why I came here, because I heard the crash. I knew you were fucking something up.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
the
we're
guard
not,
will
yeah.
report us.
The ballroom, the sound carries egress. I heard it from out there. I don't know exactly have the best
Fine.
ears.
You want to collect more goblins, you do that.
I'm gonna collect all the goblins. I'm gonna collect every goblin I see. Anyway.
Okay, I rolled poorly. I rolled a 9 for my investigation.
you can find some loose fur on the ground on the bed. Apart from that, not really.
Is there anything to the paw prints? Like, are they about my size? Is that somewhere to press?
Give me an intelligence check.
I'm not good at those.
You just try it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
that's
a nat 17.
It's
Oh,
different.
that's 1. 18.
It's different than what it is. You can tell the type of the size of paw prints that are onto the side, as well as one's been pressed in. These are gnolls.
Yeah,
That's about it.
it's probably self.
They seem like one very large palm and 2 very small handprints.
Oh,
Oh.
like my shield. Maybe a child.
That's about it.
Aisha, what book are we looking for?
The second book. It was missing from the bookshelf
It's
earlier.
a book of music.
Yeah.
Music. Alright.
It was volume 2 in like a musical
Mhm.
thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look around. Should we one of us help the other?
Yep.
I have like a +6 to investigation, so maybe
I can help you. I can
me.
cast guidance.
Yeah.
If you cast, yep. If you look for that, sure. Okay, so I'm doing my little.
Okay, your
warlock magic
guidance.
on you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
And then you can roll
got that.
1d20, and if it's 10 or better, then Lost Girl will have advantage.
Okay.
Can she do both? Can she cast guidance and then also help me look?
Yes,
Okay,
but
okay.
do your roll first.
Do my roll first. Okay.
Yeah, just to see if you help.
7.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
my
got it.
god! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm just kind of tossing
Like
the room,
Toto.
trying to find anything,
Okay.
anything and everything, especially the book.
Oh my god.
Wow, good thing I had advantage.
Yeah.
And 17.
You do manage to find the book that's present there. You see Gorgosel's compositions that are just tied to it. It has first edition, 2 second editions, and a 3rd edition. As you begin to look around the room, you don't really see a lot more apart from what's on the desk. And what you do notice is this kind of huge map of the southern west of Fading Rift. And as you begin to look at it a little bit further, you can see different kind of lines that are being pushed down from Elidrat's waist. And you do see different bits of writing attached to it. What languages does everyone speak?
I speak.
Just a little
You don't read. None for you.
Common, Elvish, Dwarfish, and Draconic.
Do I need to specify if Shoal comes with me, or are we assuming that he's with me unless otherwise stated?
Shoal wasn't with you, was he?
No.
Yeah,
don't
we
think
got
he
him
came to
dressed.
the party.
No, we got him dressed
We
for the
got him
party.
dressed.
True, we got a
Yeah.
little sailor outfit for him.
Oh yeah,
We got him dressed, but
So Shoal is with you right now, and he's stepped back with the party. Because then
Yeah,
this makes it
thank you.
slightly more complicated, but yeah.
I think
Trying to see if-
personally Shoal would be more
Fine.
useful in the party.
It's not about what's useful.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
It's-
I think he would have stayed just to kind of.
It's not about what's useful. It's
Yeah,
about
but-
how it went down.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out whether I learned
If you don't say, if you don't,
comprehend languages, which I did not.
It's up to that.
yeah, if you don't say Shoal's coming with you, then I can't. I can't
Yeah.
just
Assume
put
he's
yeah,
there.
put Shoal into existence.
Okay, yeah, I just speak common and goblin.
As you can look at it, can you give me a basic intelligence check?
That's not great. That's a 9.
It looks vaguely like the languages that you've seen before, just kind of extrapolating. You can probably guess that this is Aldusa's room. It's probably written in the same language that you saw previously with a note that was attached to Rashira's.
I don't remember what that note
That was an
is.
abyssal,
Abyssal.
so we can't read that.
It looks like the note.
But
It's written on the map.
Yeah.
Is the map like a paper?
Yep,
Okay.
it's huge.
Well, if we get this back to Shoal, he can take a look at it.
Do you want to take a look at it now, or do you just want to pick it up and go?
I mean, none of us can read this, right?
There's still other information on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to gather. I'm trying to intake as much as I can from this.
Okay. You can see that there's kind of 3 stars that are around the periphery of Lake Reach. You can see one that's just ahead of Lake Reach, one that's further just below a town that you're familiar with. You can give me intelligence geography.
Geography's not a thing. History?
I keep thinking that geography is a thing, and it's not, and it annoys me that it's not in
It's
this
nature?
campaign. No, because it's geography,
So
damn
it
it.
would just be a straight
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah, it'll just be a
History,
straight intelligence.
survival might
Yeah.
apply if anybody has that, but just
Survival's
a
about
straight
finding a way through it, not finding a map.
intelligence. Rolls
good
at
rolling.
21.
21?
Yeah.
You can identify that there's one,
There's 4 stars, by the way?
3.
3.
I have an
There's-
excellent memory for maps and geography.
Okay. So
Okay.
basically, if you looking at this, you'd be able to like get us to.
Oh, I would be able to tell like the areas that I would be familiar with.
So as you can look up on the southern part, you can kind of get a little bit of reference, Egret, if you look at the map.
Edge check.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, with your ranger-like abilities, I'm going to say that because you have familiarity with your
Yeah.
maps due to your class, you can do it with wisdom if it's higher.
Yeah, sure, but that doesn't help me that much. It makes a 7 to an 8.
You've heard about it before. It's kind of vaguely where Stroon was headed.
Oh.
Wait, where's this?
I think that might be...
That was a temple to Godot.
Yeah, the
Canigan.
Canigan. Paragon of the Hunt.
So one of the stars is indicating a temple to Canigan.
Yeah. And over to the top, right where the sands kind of switch over, you can identify as a small dragonborn colony known as Zipissa that are just below it. And then another one just off to the side, more eastern than Elzus, in the swamp plains. That one's more known as Knoll territory.
What was that one called?
It's not called anything.
Oh, there's a one. It's east. What's it east of?
Elzus.
East of Elzus, and we don't know what that's indicating.
No idea.
And Egret doesn't know what's there either.
But there seems to be a lot of arrows pointing down from Elidrat's waist. They seem to be marked in red.
Is this? Do I know enough about like wartime? Is this like does this seem like an invasion?
Seems like a significant force moving south.
Should we take the map with us, or should we just leave it?
And as you begin to look at the map a little more,
I have cartography.
and as you look at Lake Reach, you can see kind of the side of a 7th-figure star with 3 shards missing
So,
off the side of it.
do I know whether or not the Black Star has 7 points?
It looks like this one does.
Yeah, there's more than one, right? It's like a type of artifact.
Yeah, it's a type of artifact.
Not all created equal.
Yeah.
But as you look at
There's
the other
3
side of
shards
it,
missing.
yeah, there's 3
so it
shards
seems
missing
like
from that one,
seven, right?
but you see right next to it a white one. Almost identical.
I have a pretty good memory for maps and stuff. I might be able to just recall some of this information later if we don't want to take.
And
map.
you can do an intelligence check on the white one if you want. What the white
Yeah.
star could possibly mean.
History.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say again?
Is that just straight intelligence or history, arcana?
That'd be history.
That's not great, but that's 14.
Just from extrapolating, you've never heard of the white star before, but you can't really think of a time that you've heard of a white star really in history. But if the rest of it kind of is suggested, then whatever this one does the opposite.
And the Black Star can make glitches.
Yes, it makes you death touched,
Okay.
which is the
So
first
the
star
white star would
which-
make you life touched, which is the opposite
Celestial
thing.
touched.
No, it's like Feywild thing. Oh, I'm not here.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily
I
know
can't
that,
really
I
tell you
just,
these things.
like-
Yeah. So you do know that you're just like extrapolating the information that you already have.
Okay, taking the map or leaving the map?
Is Altusa here?
Oh,
In
this
the
is all
room?
food? No, he's at the party. Yeah,
No, I mean like,
he's definitely at the party.
What color is the fur you found?
what for?
There's fur.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is we deduce this is Aldous' room.
That doesn't mean that's the only hairy person in there.
It's brown and black.
Is there anything else around the desk?
Not really.
Shame none of us know scrying. That hair would be super useful.
I mean, sure, we'll get there at some point.
Medicaid.
Ah! Sorry!
Count.
It's so hard to
Scrying
just
is a
sit,
known thing.
just to sit quietly.
Oscar would know what
It's
scrying
not your
is.
idea though at the time. That's
'Cause-
the issue.
Yeah, because I can't. I can't
Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because
contribute.
nobody can do that anyway.
Did you convince Scully to stay?
Did he say?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He's still.
Is the white star seem to be like a full picture of it?
It just seems to be a mirror image of the black one, but fully intact and colored white.
Does it seem like this black star on the map is representing like how many pieces whoever made this map has?
You
Or
can
how
roll
many
insight
pieces
on
somebody
that,
has.
but not really worth it. Never mind. It just seems as though the amount that is there. So apparently a black star is in Lake Reach, but it's
A partial one.
a partial one.
Fucking pillars have it.
Can I
Yeah.
insight check to paw prints?
I'm gonna get that guy.
Sure.
Why would someone do paw prints on this particular
There's a
spot?
gauntlet pillar. Get away with that thing.
Sounds not great. And it's a wisdom, so I have disadvantage because of the weird drink. That's gone forever. That is, in fact, a lower number, total of 4.
Art.
Seems like an odd trophy.
Anything else around the desk?
No.
All right, let's shove this book into that bookshelf and
Okay.
see if that's the key we need to
I'm
get
rolling
to
up the
tower.
map too. I'm taking it.
Okay. So as you begin to exit the room, you begin to look at the bookshelf and see the missing collections. And as you pop the second book in, a part of the wall just goes and opens in throughout and then slides to the side. And you can see this large spiral stone staircase that seemingly goes up. It's a long way up.
Here we come, Finnegan.
Here we go.
I rush up the stairs.
As you begin to rush up the stairs, you can kind of see a door that's present, and just seems to have a really, really solid handle. Apart from that,
I tap on the door.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh!
Can I close this passage from this side? Is there a mechanism for that?
Yes, as you go through the other side, you can see there's a tiny bit of a lever that you can just grab the side of the door and then just...
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna close it just so
Okay.
I don't want to know
15.
where we are.
15. All right. Pay no attention to these
All
numbers.
you hear is how many dice you're picking up.
So what are you rolling?
The dex saving throw, apparently. Because I
Was
knocked
it?
on the door. 15.
As that happens, this kind of large, icy figure begins to push through the other side of the door.
What the fuck?
Huge ice spikes begin to break out of the door incessantly, impaling you in for a second. You are going to take 18 ice damage.
Oh!
Skylar, you want to try and disable that?
Yeah, it's a nasty trap. As Sky looks over at the bloody figure that seemingly has impaled them in multiple sides before fading into water as it splashes down the side, Sky looks up at you and just goes, "I'm not touching that."
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You're the expert.
Because I'm really low
with
health at
traps.
this
I'm
point.
no expert at getting icicles in my face.
Do you remember if I cast Mage Armor today in game?
You did not.
Okay.
That was I'm not gonna track that.
Yeah.
So please track that.
Yeah, I want to say no. I want to say I don't
I
remember.
don't think you
having-
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You
I'm
haven't.
on spell slots.
Okay, I use that
Alright.
spell slot and I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
So I'm gonna cast that. Cast Mage Armor, which of course gives my Arcane Ward. Shit, did I get? No, I don't think I have the react. Okay, I'm gonna I stand against the door with the doorknob free. I'm like, all right, now.
He's gonna body block you.
Now you're gonna try and disable it?
Try.
I'll take the hit if it goes wrong.
Very weird person. He begins to open up his vest for a minute. You can see various different tools, and he's just he takes 2 out, puts one in his mouth, and just begins to grab his hands up as he begins to fiddle with it a little bit. You can kind of hear the tapping of iron and tin as it begins to go through, and goes kind of moves to the side, jimmies it a little bit, and just fuck. And just throws one down the stairs, just picks up another one, works on it again. No problem. He just goes, choo, choo,
Oh my god.
and the door seemingly begins to open. And then it's
Can I ask you a quick question that might become relevant? If I were to use Absorb Elements to become resistant to a damage, would it have the damage that it does to my ward as well?
It halves the damage that would be given to you, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It can
anytime.
become relevant if Skellig
Yeah.
fucked that up.
So it's kind of became relevant if you were to cast it as a reaction. Yes, you would have resistance to it, just
Yeah.
in general. It would still count towards you because your ward is a part of
Yeah.
you.
Gotcha. Okay, so. Right.
Thank you, Skylag.
Good job.
Let's do the door.
as you push it open,
Wait, I want to pat his head.
he almost begins to
I'll
bite
ruffle
it.
his hair a little.
He almost begins to bite it a little bit. He doesn't have any hair.
Okay, well I ruffle his
His
head.
bald head.
I ruffle his bald head.
You can kind of see a gold tooth almost bite your hand, bite your hand as you reel back. As you begin to open, you can kind of see this large. So nice.
We didn't have to kill anyone. Thank you.
God, Skellig is like, what was that dog's name? Mr. Bubs?
I love you, Mr. Bibbs.
Oh, yeah.
You love me too. It's my favorite one.
DD.
So as it begins to open, the door opens and the side of the door just like hits this large iron metal gate. And as that happens, you can see the entire room surrounded in this almost steel and iron prison that kind of wraps around the edge of the room. Inside it is a bookcase and a desk, and right over you can see this almost hunched figure with black clothes in with spikes that kind of like match through a bit, and you can see the tail that kind of hangs outside of the desk. And as it looks over, you can kind of see like this bright, like almost raven's girl scratching away at something, and you can see different bits of armor that are to the side of the tower. As that happens, he looks over at you for a second, and he's almost in very, very nice clothes, but you can see a spiked devil kind of look over at you with almost this snout that leans over with two large glasses that are kind of put over. And you can see...
He wears glasses!
As he begins to look over at you all, the eyes that you've seen previously kind of look open with this pinkish, yellowish kind of hue, as his eyes almost like slit almost into reptilian eyes. He looks up at you and he's like... He goes over immediately, and you can kind of see his entire body that's kind of like hurtles back and forth in the simple weight of the spikes, and you can kind of see just curled underneath these kind of like pinkish wings that kind of wrap around the back of him, and he grabs the door. He's like, "Get me out!" He kind of goes over and he like begins to like grab you a little bit, and he just like
Hey,
moves in. Get me out of here!
that's why we're here.
Our help. So, okay.
And as you can see on the sorry. As you can see onto the other side of the door, you can kind of see that this large kind of table that's present. You can see a collection of spikes that have seemingly broken off. And as you look around, you can see three of the spikes in the center. They kind of seem different. They're almost bent into sticks, almost. And as you look at them, you can kind of tell there's a wand there. Apart from that, you guys don't really know.
It's like a wand made from his spikes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is he?
He
Does
looks-
this
he
look
looks
like
over
he's
it.
studying the properties of his own spikes? Is that kind of the sense I'm getting?
You can do an insight.
Can I cast guidance on you?
I mean,
Or
is that not
you'll-
gonna? Would that be intelligence if I'm trying to like see if this is in line with any kind of like scientific methodology that I'm aware of?
Probably with your intellect alone, you wouldn't need a roll for that. You could
Okay.
probably be a thing. But if you want to check what he's exactly doing, that's a
Yes.
different matter.
Is this where Kevin brought you?
That's a one.
Oh.
I have no idea. Beyond my basic.
And as he looks at
knowledge.
you for a second, he's like, "Kevin didn't bring me here. He already left."
No, but when did you get locked up? The last time we saw you, we were in that dank castle.
I don't remember. I woke up and I got here.
Do you remember us?
Are you
Yes.
able to do anything to sort of disguise your appearance if we can take you out of here?
He just kind of looks
It's a little
down and he's like,
conspicuous.
Can you use
No.
his wings?
"I haven't really flied with them. They're kind of clumsy.
Can
They
you-
make it impossible to leave." And as he begins to like stretch them out a little bit, they touch on the other side of them, but they are like leathery and thick.
Well, you might have to risk it and
Yeah.
have a learning experience. We
This is
might
not-
have a safe place for
Might
you
have
to
to
go.
learn now.
Being in prison is not particularly a learning experience, I prefer.
Well, you must be learning something. You're
Me.
doing some studying in here.
Might have
Yes.
to learn now.
You learn. What'd you figure out?
Skyleg, let's get this door open. Is there anything else in the room outside the cage?
Not really. Everything
Okay.
seems to be inside the
Okay,
cage.
yeah,
You can
let's
tell
get
there's like
so-
little bits of like food and dishes and
And
trays.
is
They're
the
not on
door
the side.
trapped?
Like he's obviously well fed and well taken care of, but he's still up here. Escali begins to work. He's like, I'm gonna need a little bit of time.
Now, is there a window or something in here?
There's 2 windows,
Okay.
but they're both outside and they're barred by the cage itself.
Okay.
As Scally begins to work away, Finnegan's the other. He's like, do you have any way of getting us out of here?
Nope. It's a party downstairs.
I mean, if we jump, I can make us not die.
That could work.
If we can find a way to get out of the window.
I could probably miss
I already have a window that's smashed open.
Oh, God, I'm not.
So
going to
they've
that
like
window.
built a cage inside this room, basically.
Yep.
There are other windows, one of which is definitely open.
Like, I can't say anything.
It's gotta be real quiet. Real calm.
At any point,
Uh,
there could already be guards there.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So as
have
it
no
begins
idea how that's
begins to happen, Scally
Yeah.
begins to like just go, and as it happens, this kind of lock just begins to like, and it kind of glows with this faint blue light.
Oh.
You can't unlock it by these means.
Try your fancy key. Try your key.
Alright.
Goes in, seems to turn, lock doesn't come up.
Finn, do you know how the door works?
Got open once. Always said after that they fastened it with this lock.
Was that magic?
As far as I can tell, yes.
Well,
Seems to be barred from most fire magics or otherwise.
Fire. What does fire have to do with it?
Could we try blasting it with some other element then?
Can I ray of frost it?
Yes, you may. Can you please give me give me a damage roll, please?
Just straight damage roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're gonna hit the lock.
It's a D8, right?
Bless you.
Can I
Yes.
cast guidance on you, or are you okay? Or
And again, do you know who
I mean, I'm
Caesarion
just rolling
Man
damage.
is?
oh, okay, yeah, right.
Caesarion Nam.
Yes.
I trained with him briefly.
Do you know where he lives in the city? You're in Lake Reach, by the way.
I imagine as such.
That might be the only safe place for you to go if we do manage to open this door for you.
It's possibly.
And just in case we get separated and you have to make your own way there.
I will.
We'll all reconvene at Caesarion Nam's.
You're looking at Ray of Frost.
Yeah. D8.
D8.
I have Ray of Fists.
Kind of a ray.
Ooh.
8?
Did you do 2? You get a level
Oh, we're
5.
not level 5 yet.
No.
Okay, I'll roll one again. 7.
As it begins to happen, the lock just begins to slowly freeze and shatter into place. You can kind of tell that something has been frozen inside of it. As you are still holding the key, you kind of turn the key as you begin to focus this kind of cold energy, and it goes.
Oh.
Well,
As when he
That's
looks
all.
up, he's like, "Freedom!"
As
He's
we've learned, sound carries.
do we need to find out how well the distraction continues to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Smash cut 2.
That sick burn that was placed on Ruby.
yeah.
When he sticks around.
So Ruby kind of just like smiles at him. He's just like, so you agree with the politics of this place?
It's not about what I believe in. It's about getting paid and loyalty.
There's no reason to be loyal to something so cruel. If that is what that is what you care about, then I've wasted my time. And he just kind of steps back and walks away. And he goes to like find Raveno.
So he begins to walk back and stay at the door.
The performance must be starting very soon.
Yes.
You let him go.
You didn't walk into the room. He's just staying in place, isn't
No,
he?
he's walking to his post.
He's walking to his post.
Yeah.
He's going. Ruby, he will go back to
There's nothing else I can do to keep him distracted.
Just going to let them be discovered?
I'll go
Where'd
back
all the rest
when
of the guards?
I'll go back when the time calls for it. Right now,
I can't imagine any other time which would call for this.
well then you go distract him. I distracted him long enough. What did you do? Almost get yourself kicked out.
Got them in the damn room. Honestly.
I was like, technically Aisha got herself in.
Who moved the guard?
As that begins to happen, the announcer goes over to the side. And as that happens, he looks over with a shocked expression. He begins to go over. The Honorable Dalim Helkin. As he begins to open up the door, you can kind of see this kind of like long blonde hair as it begins to descend down to the side. This kind of like white cloth that has been wrapped around his torso with this kind of like pale face as it begins to look over. You can see this kind of like white silhouette that has been presented before. You can see this kind of like flower that descends upon the back with kind of pink and green colors. And as he begins to walk through, you can kind of get this sense of awe around him just for a second. As something begins to radiate around him for a moment, he begins to look around, survey. I'm going to do a perception check with him and see if he sees you.
Well, and if he recognizes me, different mask.
He does not. Ooh.
There's his sister.
As he begins to look around, he entirely does not make eye contact with everyone. You can see Nan like right next to you as she just like grabs your knee and just like proceeds to squeeze. Almost,
It's very soft.
almost. It's
There
gonna
may be a
increase
hole in it.
intention and intention and intention before you can start to hear like one of your pillows underneath your knee just go.
I will
Does-
kind of gently pat her arm.
Does this look like the same person we saw back at the castle?
They seem a lot more powerful than when you last saw them. He doesn't seem weak at all. He doesn't seem like
Must have been an influence.
weakened.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't seem as though he's. When you first saw him,
Yeah, he looked like he was dying.
he looked like he
Yeah.
was dying. He looks lush. He
Looking
looks
great.
young. He looks like a force. And as you begin to look over, can you please give me an insight check, please?
Sure thing. That is 16.
He looks up and you can see now. You can see Pillar at the top of the stairs, as he gives like the little like little chin bob at him.
This thing?
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, the little thing like that.
Flicks his chin.
And you can see
So-
Dalim just looking up for a second as he begins to ascend the stairs, and you can see a lot of people just begin to look at him. And why don't you give me an investigation? Actually, a perception check, please.
Okay. I'm decent at that. I do.
Okay. Okay.
15.
As you look up the stairs for just a second, you can see something that kind of hangs over Naldrag's arm, kind of hidden underneath his sleeve. You can see almost like this mirrored crystal that is a perfectly intact white star.
But I don't see it, so.
As that happens, he goes up to Naldrag, who then Buleg walks over to Naldrag and Dalim. As they begin to like talk and chatter, you can hear Dalim just kind of just nod in agreeance. And as they begin to talk a little bit more, you can give me a lip reading check if you want to.
Actually, I just have to be able to see their mouths. And if he's speaking a language I can understand, I can interpret what it's saying by reading his lips.
No rolls.
No rolls.
Is it the observant feat?
Yes, it is.
Fuck, I hate that feat. That feat is lovely. It eliminates all mystique.
Good thing you stayed in the party.
As that happens,
I mean, all he had to do was cover his mouth.
you can just hear Dalim just go, "Do it. I can't see any reason now or never. And as he looks over at Buleg and looks over at Pilar, and as Buleg begins to look them over, this kind of like large forehead, he gives like the eyebrow jump a little bit, and he's just like, I'll tell them. They'll be in Silver Lips 10 minutes. And as that happens, he kind of whispers something in Naldrag's ear, and then Naldrag moves off in a separate direction, as does Buleg, and then Dalim just looks around, and he just says out loud, immediately, now where's my sister? That's it. Cut back to you guys.
Did he, by the way, try and like, when I picked up the wand made of his spikes, did he seem to react to that at all?
Mm-mm.
Does it
Finnegan?
feel magical?
It feels like there's definitely something to this. Like, it feels as though there's some kind of unique energy, and as you begin to look around the rest of the room, you can see like different vials, as well as you can see just something off to the edge of where the wands are, a collection of vials that house almost a blackish liquid.
So what are you working on in here anyway?
Me?
What's this for?
That was a wand made of spikes.
Okay. I can't see. Why? Is it just any old arcane focus, or
It does a unique quality. It infernally wounds whoever casts spells through it.
so if you it's a cursed wand basically?
Sort of. From what I was able to tell, from a little bit of knowledge I know about demons, it's that they're not able to so far be on this plane of existence without at least some amount of anchor, which means that they couldn't, take out a lot of things. So when I was here, there seemed to be a little bit of issue. They can't extract demon's blood in this plane if they summon them, but take a human. Suddenly I'm bound here. Which means they can take blood. Which is very, very important and relevant. But that was just a little thing I was working on. They told me to work.
So I shouldn't use
So I
this,
work.
is what you're saying.
Oh, it probably works very, very well. It's not tested. They wouldn't allow me to test it. But it should, in theory, augment spells.
But it's gonna wound me when I use it.
Oh, no, quite the opposite. It's whatever the thing that you're pointing at.
Can I have it? I'll test it for you.
It's
I'll
the only thing that works at the moment. I'm currently trying to figure out how I can cast message spells through these. That's about it.
Well, if I get back to you with this, I can report back some results, right?
Keep it. It's not like I can grow more. Look at this thing. And he looks back at his tail, and there's filled with them. Like, this is a problem. Like, there's so many of them.
I want to look to the window and see if I can't get a window open. Or
Well, it's kind of still encased in bars.
Yeah, what did that...
It just opened the door to the prison. That's all it did.
Oh, okay, so now we're in the cell.
Yeah,
thing.
now
That was what that door that I just
Yeah,
unlocked.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
The cold spell.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there's no window access.
There is window access, but they're behind bars. It's not like you can really fit through. If you want, you can make a strength check to get through. Try and bend the bars.
We just take him downstairs. We already have him.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, do I know that?
Like I
You walked
really
You
by.
walked by it. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
no.
You don't know-
There was
you
curtains
don't-
Well, I
drawn,
was going to-
so
yeah.
Yeah,
there's
you
probably
did
don't know
actually see
about that.
I mean, the windows downstairs.
You're just gonna
are
take it on
right?
faith.
Are they?
No, they are quite unbarred at the moment.
At the moment that you're there, can everyone here give me what's everyone's passive?
14.
Perception?
13.
10.
As you begin to hear something, you can hear almost like this scratching, almost like these claws against chalk on the other side of the stone wall. As that happens, you start to
Someone
hear
is
like a off the other side, accompanied by two more on the other side of the stone wall. Apart from that, you can't really tell. It almost seems like clawing against stone.
Someone is at the door.
No, outside of the tower.
They're on the other side of the wall.
Something is outside of the wall.
Uh-oh.
Like climbing, probably.
Do you have any way of figuring out what?
So maybe we
It's
head
great.
back out through the hallway and back down to the party. I can disguise our friend here.
Can you?
I can. I have minor illusion.
I'm gonna guess that probably
mean-
won't work.
Yeah, you need disguise self. Minor illusion
Oh,
will let you change
It
it.
won't let you actually...
No, it's like a small. It has to be like 1 foot.
It's a minor.
You could probably disguise his head.
But if he was wearing like a robe or something, like
Yeah,
things
you could
on,
like disguise
just-
his face.
just
Probably.
that.
Because it's
I
like
mean-
1 foot cube.
That and plus like there's a lot of spikes that are hanging out, so it's gonna look like this
I mean,
huge
probably
like.
just the broken window.
Yeah.
Okay.
like
Okay.
Good idea.
Probably
but-
back to the maybe the broken window then. Yeah.
So you guys going back down?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
As you guys begin to walk down to do this, this guy Skolig begins to go with you, and that's when you can kind of, as you guys head down the other side of the hallway, you can still hear like this, and then you hear like this, and that's it. As you guys go into the hallway,
I think that has something to do with those claw marks we saw in the buildings outside.
you can see on the other side of the door the curtain that was just there. What are you guys gonna do?
Just go. I mean, we gotta get word back to our allies, don't we?
Yeah.
How many people can you cast Featherfall on?
Let me check. I think it's like 6.
Holy shit.
I mean, it's meant to do a whole party.
You can do Featherfall on up to 5 other creatures.
Yeah, 6 include. Or oh, okay, there's 5 total.
I could just Misty step down if it helps, but
Can you Misty step back into the party?
if I can see, yes.
You'd have to open up the door.
I would have
Although it'll be
Yeah.
kind of conspicuous.
Okay.
Also, I need to roll. Where are you guys still? Where are you guys
Yeah,
headed?
can we listen and anyone else actually good at that at the side of the door to see if there's somebody outside?
So you guys, I need to do a check to determine if he heard you or not from either side of the wall. He did not.
Yeah, I'll listen at that door and see if there's a god out there.
As that happens, what are you guys going to do?
I want to press my ear against the door to see if I hear any noises or footsteps or guards going, "Hey, where the fuck are you?" on the other side. So is that a perception?
Sure.
It's an 8 plus 4, 12.
You hear breathing on the other side of the door.
Someone is on the other side.
I mean, you were permitted back here.
No, they weren't.
No, just Aisha.
No.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, your guide is
We
gone.
were trying to,
Well, we
but then
got as
something
far
happened.
as the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
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 Go upstairs.
Oh, that's
It
true.
was the process.
You
of
can
it,
try the window right next to the door that you broke.
That.
That's the door.
I thought we were listening at the door to the secret passage.
Yes, I
Okay.
also understood that.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I
didn't.
thought you guys were at party door.
Yeah, so did I.
I thought
Alright,
you guys were.
if we could get that far without having to do other checks, great.
Well, I already
If we're
did a
already
check
at
to
the-
determine if the other guy
Yeah, so
heard
you're
you.
there.
All right. So if
Okay.
we're at the curtain, I'll open up the curtain and I will
Just open
peer
it.
down and like look around and like up at the sky at the tower.
Can you
and
give me a
stuff.
perception check?
That's same number, 12.
You don't really seem to notice anything.
Okay, it's clear. And is the body still down there?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god.
He's still there.
No one seems to have found him.
Is Finn are we all going? Or am I
He's
just gonna
still
cast it on
he's still
Finn?
very dead.
Yeah,
Oh.
does it.
Although there's been a pool of blood that's been gathering on the bottom.
He's probably
We'll be
quite livid
more
by now.
trouble if we try to leave and go back to the party, rather than if we go back to the floor, walk around the building, and then come back up through the entrance.
They don't know I'm here. They just know you two
No one knows I'm here. I
What?
am
How
a
is
shadow.
that not going to be suspicious if we come around the other side? If we just enter the front door again, is that what you're suggesting?
Yes.
No one saw us leave. Whatever.
No one saw me come in here. This is the forbidden zone.
We'll just say we wandered. Yeah.
And we have
So what
1,
door
2, 3, 4, 5.
Is somebody
5
on the
people.
other side of?
The door closest to the window.
Okay.
And if you look down, you will see the corpse of the guard.
So the door... I'm not understanding the geography of this room. Like,
Okay.
there's a hallway,
Yes.
and that hallway
Party door.
led... I thought the It was an open hallway from the
there's-
party room.
So there's hallway, party door, windows. One of those is broken. And then secret door at
Okay.
the end.
One is
Stairs
broken.
up, secret door. Oh yes, and
I
1,
can-
2, 3 doors, 1, 2, 3 windows,
Okay.
broken door, broken window, party room door.
So where...
Oh, we
so
don't
the
know what
door
was-
back to the party is being guarded again.
We also
Yes.
don't know what's
Okay.
behind door number 1.
Let's try that door.
We broke into door number 2, and we unlocked door number 3.
It is
We never
locked.
went into door number
Well,
1.
I'll try with the key.
Okay. As you begin to open up to the other side of the door, you can see this kind of this lavish room. Sorry, I need to figure this because we're bouncing all over the place. As you begin to open up the side, you can see another small study. However, there's there seemingly is an unconscious man, kind of just like over the side of the chair, and he seems to be strewn around with bottles of wine that are right next to him. You can also see a large collection of books. Some of them are there. You can also see this kind of like this bright crystal right next to the guy's kind of thigh. And as Skylark looks up at you for a minute, he's like, "That's expensive." He's gonna try and stealth check his way over. Does it without a problem.
Oh.
Does it without a problem. As he begins to sneak over, he kind of like just like takes a blade immediately outside of his jeans. And as it begins to happen, he sneaks over the chair, snatches it immediately from the thigh. He looks over, and he's like, like makes an exhausted sigh as he begins to like just kind of scuttle back. What's up?
I have an idea how to get back in the party. We grabbed Skylark by the scruff, and we say, "We got him!"
Oh.
And
Oh
then,
my goodness.
and then it excuses as to why we came in here,
Okay.
and then we'll be allowed back in the party.
Can one of
still
you
have to
give
get-
me a medicine check?
I'm pretty good at natural 19.
Oh, nice, nice.
My medicine is +2.
This guy looks really pale and not moving.
I check his pulse.
He dead.
Oh,
Oh.
this guy's dead.
And as you begin to look down at the bottles that are strewn around him, 13.
He's only a little dead.
Seems dead. But from what you're looking around, this
Dead
doesn't
in
really
quotation
seem
marks.
like how he went. As you begin to like look through his body a little bit more, and look back at the bottles and smell him,
He's obviously a vampire, right?
he's poisoned,
Mm.
and he's a vampire.
This
he's
vampire has been poisoned.
Double dead is what you're saying.
Shit.
Like he
Oh,
was he was an undead and then he's a dead.
Yeah,
He's a re-dead.
he's a re-dead.
They dead
double
him.
dead.
Deaded.
He's dead for sure by
Oh my
poison.
God.
Okay.
Double dead.
Well,
Someone poisoned this vampire. Which is a weird thing. I didn't know
Vampires
vampires
be-
could be poisoned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can vampires be poisoned?
So I guess we don't have to whisper.
Suddenly, from the other side of the wall, you start to hear like this large rumbling noise. This kind of like this huge beginning crumpling of stone and brick as little bits of stone and rock begin to fall. As the light begins to flash on the other side through the window, you take a look through, and as you walk all the way over, you can see the first wall of Lake Reach begin to explode in this flash of light immediately as stones begin to fall and crumple forward.
That's unusual.
And just as that begins to happen
Is this
again,
the outer wall?
yeah, and as
Oh,
it begins to
that's
happen
insane.
again,
Oh.
the shanty town to Silver Lips begins to break and fall along with the Goldie's one. I need everyone here to make a dexterity check to not fall prone.
Everyone.
Ooh,
This is a big explosion
I
then.
did not.
I did not
succeed.
roll so great.
Oh, that was a dex save?
Yeah,
Like save or check?
dex save.
Doesn't matter for me. Oh, I'm down.
13.
Oh my
no,
god.
we're all rolling really
Yeah, we're
badly.
all
Those
bad.
of you who got below a 12, you fall prone. Prone immediately
my
onto the
God.
ground.
Yeah.
As the light
Yeah.
begins to
Prone.
shine out from the other side, as those of you right next to the window can tell, the walls of Lake Reach that have divided the parts of Lake Reach itself has been exploded, bursted, gone in a fiery blaze of
Have
rumble
been
and fire
blown up.
stuff has been blown up, and you can just see little bits of rubble. You can hear large bits of screaming off the background. As you two look around the upper dining room,
Yeah.
parts begin to fall immediately breaking off the side. Butlers and waiters begin to fall down. Local compatriots around you begin to fall and kind of slide onto the ground.
Where's Non?
Non is right next to you. And the moment that
fall?
happens, you can hear another person go from the side. The fucking scourge has broken down the walls! And that's when you begin to look through and see the other side of the room, seeing Bardis in disguise, and Bardis extremely confused. As he begins to look around at you for a second, can you guys give me an intelligence check?
Oh God.
Just these two, right?
Yeah.
Natural 20?
Bardis, before coming into here, said he was missing powder that could explode it.
Yeah. I
And,
remember that.
Yeah, well,
and,
I
the,
remember
and the
that.
people who had it, that he said were stolen from it with the Thieves Guild.
I remember.
Bardis here. Bardis is here.
Bardis didn't do this, and someone is framing the scourge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we already...
Okay.
As that begins to happen, you can see just up the stairs, you can see Delim just crack a little bit of a smirk as he looks over at Buleg. And you can hear that he goes and turns over to Buleg. He's like, most of the city watches inside Lake Reach. Yes? No, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They should be within the city gates 10 minutes. And as Pella looks over at him, he's like, now I've only got one little problem left. Brilliant. And as Pillar moves away to the side,
I want to act. I want to do things.
what do you want to
I'm.
Okay, so first I want to fucking stand up is what I want to do.
do? Okay.
And Non is near me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take off my big sun mask,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to, like, force it, like, in her hands. Put this on.
She just like immediately puts it on.
And the cape.
Slides it off and you just like cinch it immediately. Okay.
And I have a mask on underneath. Remember I slipped it over my natural one.
Yep.
Go to Caesarea.
She begins to move through to the other side. She nods at the man in front of the door, and he's like, I'm afraid it would be unsafe to venture outside at the moment. Unless you fully wish to, there is a tad bit of deconstruction going on outside now. And as she begins to look at him, like, you're going to let me through right now, or I'm just going to kill you right here.
I'm so proud of her.
It's got a natural 20.
I'm so
As the guy
proud
just
of
looks
her.
up at her for a second, he looks up at her and he's like, right away. And as he begins to open the door, she slips through. And just then you start to hear a little bit of like a chink on a glass. And as that happens, the glass begins to shake and rumble a little bit. Yeah, thank you. I'll just do this. As that happens, you can see Delim on the front of the stairway. And as he begins to look around, he kind of gathers everyone's attention. I would like to make a toast. Today represents not only a brilliant day for Sella's new masterpiece, passed on from father to son. Wherever he may be, I'm sure he'll be back here at any moment. I would like to make a toast. We stand at the highest peak of Lake Reach, towards a tremendous future. One through tremendous hard work and luxuries. And with all our limited time, we seek not to abuse, but to cherish the time we have left, however short it may be. Mine was recently shorted. But that's the problem. Some of our time is limited. The longest time, I thought Yahweh punished me, made me live within my own grave. I'm sure some of you also feel the same.
Ho, 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 ho.
And you can see some of them
Totally.
begin to look up for a minute, and you can kind of see around the amount of bottles that have been strewn around for just a minute. As you slowly start to see some of them begin to like reach for their neck immediately.
Oh no.
and then I want you to make an intelligence check.
Not good.
Minus 118.
We have never piece of that level.
A part of you begins to go in the back of your mind. Why wasn't non-poisoned? You guys got the cast of 1313 that was on the ship. It was not touched. It was not put through. It wasn't with the rest of the cast. So as you begin to look around, you start to see humans and vampires begin to like slowly clutch in their throats for a minute. As the humans begin to cough but don't begin to crumble, the vampires around they seem to as they begin to slowly like reach for the neck, and they slowly start to fall immediately. Some of them begin to burn. You can start to see sizzling on the other side of the flesh. And as that begins to happen, you can see a lot. A flood of the door begins to open. You can see white cloaked hoods beginning to flow through. And as that happens, you can see this kind of large tattoo across the side of the wrist. As you can see, about 12 of them begin to run through, short swords at the ready.
I will fucking fake being poisoned.
Yeah, okay, give me a performance check.
Not good. It was worth a shot. It's a 6.
Fall down like a
As that
log.
begins to happen,
And I
you can see one of the kind of burning. You can kind of see like a 40-year-old man slowly burning on the side as one of them just stabs him immediately into the throat and just immediately just goes, and he turns into ash on the side of the ground. As more of them begin to flood in, you can see that these are the people that Nan was describing. As they begin to slowly push through, you can see this kind of large tattoo that's onto the side, this kind of spear with a vampiric skull put through it. You guys can give me a knowledge history check if you want.
I
will
probably
I'm not good at
know
that.
shit.
Wouldn't
But
we be hearing commotion from our room?
Yeah, you
A
guys.
13.
I don't know shit.
Struan had a similar one, except his was a werewolf skull.
Ah.
These are Mabru slayers. As they begin to go through, they just begin to start slaughtering. You can hear screaming from the inside of the room. As that happens, people on the other side. What are you guys doing?
We need to get back out there.
I'm going to turn and yell Delim and charge up the stairs.
Gotta take the door. Set an ambush for him.
You're
Maybe we'll take
dumbass.
time. We gotta get back out there.
Oh my god. Rubelux the Reckless.
Okay, we're gonna deal with that.
You can fly, probably.
Yeah.
I'm fucking playing dead.
So what are you guys doing?
Um,
As you guys start to hear all the rambunctious from the bottom end, you guys are starting to hear screaming, a lot of falling bodies down to the ground. As you guys start to get up, you slowly start to look outside in the broken window as Finnegan looks up at you in kind of like this panic state. Scal like looks down, he's like, "What fucks?"
Can you fly? Try. You wanna try?
As Finnegan looks up, he's like, I never tried it.
We'll try it. If you start to plummet, I'll...
As he gets
Slow
like
your
through the other side of the
descent.
window, you can see like he's not wearing shoes, but the talon kind of feet just begin to immediately clutch, and he's like, "All right."
Wait.
Aisha, you wanna help him out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll help you.
Guidance. Cast guidance.
Cast guidance on all. Yeah.
Caesarian
Well,
man.
You can't cast guidance on everyone.
Yeah. Cast guidance on
Oh, well,
Finn.
One
man, on
target.
thing.
In
Yeah,
case
yeah,
he has
yeah,
to
yeah.
make a check to fly.
Did I say all? Shit, okay, I meant on Finn.
As it begins to happen, you kind of feel like this burning sensation begin to rise out from the side of him, as your the magic begins to work its way through him, and just then it begins to like hear this almost searing flesh smell of almost sizzling. He's like, "Ah, what the fuck!" He just begins to fall through the window, and immediately, just out of panicky resource, he just begins to like flap as hard as he can outside. And guidance hurt him. Didn't need it.
Oh, oops.
He gets it. As it begins to happen, he slowly starts to panic fly. He's like, he needs to go, and he's like, Naz's house, and he just begins to like slowly fly away, and you can tell that he's really having difficulty with it. One of his wings is not doing it. He's not getting the rhythm, but as he begins to slowly fly away, you can see three figures off to the side of the tower just begin as they begin to like slide out from the side. As you can see, three humanoid figures beginning to slide down the other side of the tower, grabbing and almost drifting from falling off the side of the tower. You can see orange spikes that are just flying out from their human figures as they slide across down
How
and down
close to the
towards it.
window do they get?
Within this movement,
Yeah.
they get within like 70 feet. You can tell how fast they're moving. They'll probably get their next turn.
Where are they trying to get?
They started at the top of the tower,
Yeah.
and they're sliding down apparently with the wall.
Okay, but where are they going?
They're coming towards you,
Alright.
off the other side of the wall.
I want those things they have, so that's not too bad.
Okay, well,
As it
Finnick
gets
is
to
on
like-
his own.
Prepare an ambush. I'm gonna prepare a
Yeah, I'll ready my scimitar.
Ray of Frost with the spike wand.
And I'll grab a chair and use that as a shield.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to check something very, very quickly. Because this is no longer fitting. Sorry. As that happens, you guys begin to move through. You guys begin to ready your actions. What are you going to do to ready? So you're gonna ready a spell.
Actually, I'm not gonna ready
If you guys want to do an insight check,
Ray of Frost.
I'll do that.
one of you wants to do an insight check because you guys are near the window.
He's
I don't. I failed.
What was it?
I rolled a 5 plus an insight plus 2, 7.
12 insight.
Although they seem to be coming near you, you don't get the kind of sense. You don't feel like when you feel an instinct when somebody's watching you. You don't feel that.
Are they dressed like Veiled people are the Scourge, right?
These guys?
Or are they Thieves
In
Guild?
white.
Yeah, what are these
Okay.
people dressed like?
These guys are dressed in black.
Okay.
Maybe.
But who, like... I don't know. I want those things.
As you begin to rush up to the
Yeah.
side of the
Worried about.
side of the stairs, are you just taking off all your clothes and just running?
Oh, I'm not taking off my clothes. I'm just running with my cutlass.
Naked panic!
Why would I be naked?
I have a feeling that guard's about to.
And,
be
well,
treated
I'm not-
Are you running towards the
Not that
limb?
we want
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
We heard.
I guess first I'm gonna use my breath weapon.
Okay, you can totally do that.
Well, because
Did he
I
see?
assumed this guy did something now, and I'm pissed off. I saw him die. He
what's-
apparently faked it, and now he poisoned a bunch of people, and
my
apparently
God.
exploded some
But
walls.
they were vampires. Don't you hate vampires?
But this is horrific to see.
Ruby's
Also,
having a crisis of
He's a paladin. He's got
whether
it.
the undead are bad or good or what.
Well, he's trying to protect people right now. That's all he can think is like, these people have been attacked. That's all he can think of.
Oh, Ruby.
Oh God. All right, so
What's the DC on your breath weapon?
the DC of my breath weapon. Where the fuck is that? 12.
Are we just waiting until those people get here and see what the deal is? Or...
Yeah, I want you guys to prepare your actions before they come. Or if you guys just want to
Yeah.
leave.
Well, what did they look like they were dressed
Ruby's
like? Like,
pissed.
is
Thieves
this...
Guilds.
Yeah, but like, do I see the symbol? from
Probably
Veil's
not. You
Thieves
see
Guild?
black
It's really-
leather.
yeah, you see
You're not
black.
going to be able to see 70 feet away finite details on a leather armor.
So you can't see their marking. You know they're dressed in black.
All
so
right,
they
what is
will
my
kind of
breath
look like
weapon?
thieves' guild
2d6. Okay.
people. Yeah, it's a dex save against your DC.
Yeah, but
Well,
do I roll the
I'm gonna
damage
try and-
first?
You might as well roll it anyway. So
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
true.
takes half on a success.
Yeah.
If this is magic coming.
Oh God, that's clocked. Okay. Let's do here. 4 and 1. So 5.
As he does that, he just stands still for a moment, and as your cone of flame just entirely encapsulates him, he chooses to fail it. As that happens, it just goes, just wraps around him immediately, and what you see is the fiery visage ahead of you. It just immediately just goes, and just puffs out in a flash of smoke as the skin slowly begins to grow back immediately
Oh my god.
into it. But you can see little bits that begin to fly out the side of this flesh and skin
Yeah.
that fly onto the ground. And the moment that happens, you can see this moss of green begins to fly outside the bottom end of the floor. You can see little sprouts of green begin to fly.
And where are his cronies?
Pardon?
His cronies. The other two.
Past him. They have
Oh.
evasion.
Gone? But no, I mean, where are they now? Are they with him?
No, they were behind. They were behind him. They already started walking away.
Okay, they're already leaving.
Yeah, they're leaving. They're leaving. They're leaving Dalim to deal with.
Ruby.
They're leaving-
It will be an easy fight.
Which
Ruby's
way
gonna
did-
be decimated.
Which way did Naldreg go?
Sorry.
Naldreg is the one who's
Naldreg, he
carrying
went to the right.
Blood Star?
He went to the right.
Out? Did he leave the estate?
No, he's still on the second end of the stairs. He's in the top left.
Okay.
As that happens, you can see Dalim begin to look at you.
Moss from under his feet?
Yeah, it almost seems as
His
though.
remains turned into flowers, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, as that happens, he begins to look at you just for a moment as he takes the damage And as that happens, he just looks directly up at you. And he is going to...
Can I yell something at him afterwards before he does whatever thing?
Sure.
It's like, you're so... I saw you die!
Yeah, sorry. He's just deciding how he's going to do this.
No. No problem. I don't mind. I gotta be Ruby. I gotta be
It's what
Ruby.
you do.
It's what he would do. I know Ruby's probably gonna die now,
Well,
but
you never know.
but we'll see.
I don't think you're his target, so
Yeah.
that might save your life.
Join us next week when Charlie rolls a new character.
Did these folks get to the window yet?
Yeah, just... Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
the
deal
limb
with
is
this
about
right
to
now.
do a thing.
So give me a little bit of time, please.
Okay.
Okay.
As that happens, are you going to...
Yeah.
So you yelled at him?
Yeah.
Did you yell at him?
I saw you die.
He looks up at you and he's like, I think I can watch the same thing.
Okay.
And he just points a finger at you and this kind of bright green light just kind of emanates from his head. And he just blasts it immediately to
Yes.
What's your AC?
My AC right now is 15.
Yeah, he hit 17. So I'm going to get out the calculator.
Ruby died.
Can you please give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Paladins.
So that is 16.
Fail.
You're not
That's a
proficient in, are you
fail?
not proficient in con save?
As he goes over it, he blasts with you his
Yeah.
finger that seemingly goes out. And the moment that it begins to hit you, it kind of radiates around.
Yeah.
You can kind of see like this green, almost vine that begins to separate out from the side of the armor. And as you begin to kind of feel it kind of wraps around your scales almost and digs deep in, and you can kind of feel the sickening green energy begin to wrap around, and you feel poisoned at that moment. And as you begin to fall down for a second, you take 32 poison damage.
Oh
Hey
my
guys, I'm unconscious.
And as he moves over,
God. Well,
he's just going to like snap all of his knuckles. And he's like, I don't usually do this. This isn't really a thing that I prefer to do. For those of you who are not vampires and seemingly enjoy to cowort with them as you will, this is what's going to happen to you. And as he moves over, he's going to go over to your unconscious body,
Uh-huh.
and he's just going to splat out, just punch you square in the face.
oh my God.
I mean, I'm on the stairs. Did I like just fall back
You
on
fell
the
down to the
stairs?
ground, but
yeah.
like-
Did I roll down or whatever?
No, you fell down flat.
Okay.
And he's just going to go over, and he's just going to punch you one square in the face.
Okay.
And then he's just going to kick you down the side of the stairs.
Okay. How much damage do I take from that?
You're going to take 2 death saves,
Okay.
2 fails.
Oh,
2 fails.
oh my
and he's
God.
going to and he's going to
Yeah.
just leave you to do the rest.
All right. I'm at the bottom of the
Holy
stairs, I guess.
Shirt balls.
As he goes up the side of the stairs, he turns around and he sees Naldrek there, and he also sees Vale, and Vale just like bows his head just a little bit.
Oh no.
And as Naldrek moves over, the limb just goes, how long until your army gets here? We'll need it. Gotta make sure the rest of them are down. Move over to the side. We're gonna find the order. And as that
Fuck me.
yeah,
The order
he begins to move over to the side as
No,
others just
that's
begin to
my
like
organization.
start
Ah.
slashing down the
Beans.
vampires that are present. What would you guys all like to do?
Have they moved on?
They are moving down the other side. You can see 2 of the Maybari Slayers look over to you, and they kick you a little bit.
I don't move.
Like,
I'm very, very still. I look like a dead person.
he's going to take us. So he looks over the other one, and they both start speaking. Another language,
What language?
Orcish.
I do not speak Orcish.
Then they go, and they're like, and they slowly start to speak back at one another. As they begin to look down, you can feel the tip of his sword just begin to like dig deep into your best plate, and one of them just like hits him on the side and just kind of demeans him, and then he just looks down and he moves on.
Okay.
I need you to make a
Are
life or
there,
death saving
no,
throw.
are there
Oh,
more? Oh
gosh.
shit. That was all the time I had?
Yeah.
Ruby.
Oh.
I pass.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Did the Slayers move on?
Yes. Moved on from the room. You can see the same guy that's right next to the corner, but he
Okay.
did not see you.
How far am I from Ruby?
Probably about 35 feet.
Then I have to stand up.
Okay.
Just throw your hand.
This
You
might.
can't stabilize with just a hand.
I mean, you don't have any healing spells?
No, of course not.
Fighter.
Oh, right, you have unhealing spells.
I mean, I have 2 potions on me.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to stand up.
Yeah.
So I will stand up.
Okay.
I mean, you could try
They don't-
stealth
they
to
don't
not make a
notice
noise.
The ones that have already moved on to
Yeah.
the other side of the room don't notice you. However, some of the live people that are there do notice you, but they're not saying a damn thing.
Okay. And I will kind of nod to them, and then I'm gonna book it
Okay.
to Ruby.
Okay.
Okay. As you begin to go.
I mean, I'll have to dash.
Yeah,
'cause
you'll have to
it's-
dash.
So I will dash.
Okay.
And I can't take an action to stabilize Ruby now that I'm there. I have to, like, if this were combat, I'd have to wait. So,
Unless you use a thing.
I can blow my action surge right now, actually. But yeah, does it cost me an action to use a potion, like use one of the potions that Ruby is carrying on him right now?
You'd have to search for it and then give it to them.
Yeah.
Okay. I will fucking do that then.
Investigation check, please.
Natural fucking one.
Oh my god. I need you to make another life or death saving throw, please.
Okay. Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my
Passed.
god.
Okay. Give me another investigation check, please, with advantage, because now you can go through.
Okay. The second one is a 10.
You managed to find one of them.
It's fine. I pour it right down his throat.
Right down. That was a greater healing. Recover what you can.
Okay. What does is greater healing
Greater healing is 44.
44? Okay. So, oh
Or
god.
2d4? I can't remember. Whatever. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You just took a
Isn't
fucking
healing, I
hit.
think healing's one.
Yeah, you were
Wait, you give me a
so
D6.
close to death.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that was
Permanent.
44.
I was like, wait, what?
There you go.
So 2d4.
It's 44.
Oh, is it? Okay, I rolled twice then. So I got a 1 and a
That's
2,
3.
3,
We're gonna do that for a moment. What are you guys doing right now?
and
I think we
a
should go
7.
back to
Have
Seven.
they gotten here yet? These people outside the window?
7
So I'm at
total.
7
at
now?
this point, because
7
you guys,
So I
you guys
finally,
ready
I
to do
take a
action,
breath
they
and I
gave you guys
look up
time
at
ready to
you,
action.
saving my
Yeah.
life again.
Ready.
I know. I'm
Ready to
not
cast
hearing
spells
from
on
these two.
I grabbed a chair to use as a shield, and I drew my scimitar.
Okay.
Oh, my wand's not ready.
Okay, so as they begin to happen, you can see Finnegan going away, and 3 just begin to like burst through the same window, and they all seem to be holding these claws in front of them. It almost seems like a black, like an almost like black and steel sharpened gauntlet. As they begin to move, you can see this sharp longsword. As they all begin to go, one of them has a longsword, the other 2 have daggers. They just pull out immediately.
Show their Thieves Guild dagger.
And they're here now, right?
You're showing the Thieves Guild dagger?
Well, do I see the symbol?
At this point, yes.
Like they're in the room now,
Yes.
and they are
As
with
they begin
Vale.
to like break through, yes.
Okay, well, I'm still ready with the wand, but I do display the dagger that I got from Vale.
As he begins to, one of them begins to look at you. He takes off his mask. Takes off his mask immediately, and you can see it's Fur. You met him before. He was the guy who was right next to Vale when you guys made the trade. There was Tats and Fur, and Tats is already here. And as he begins to walk through, you can see Fur. He's kind of got like this black hair, begins to begin to sweep over. He's got a lot of like hair around. Now he begins looks over. And he's like, "Well, already here."
What do you say?
Vale already here?
Yes.
Have I seen him?
Yes.
Yes. Vale is here.
Yeah.
I snubbed you.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like the party's just getting started.
Indeed it is. Well, I imagine he'd want you to stay here and stay safe. So,
Well,
seems to like
I
you
have
for
someone
some...
out there to deal
We,
with. I think.
we have friends on the other side of the door, so why don't we go together?
You have friends on the other side of the door? What type of friends?
Resourceful friends.
Human?
No.
No.
One's
We have a hobgoblin, we have a skeleton, we have a dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Oh
We
my
have-
god!
They've already
hobgoblins.
seen us with those
They
people.
don't know that I'm a skeleton!
They don't they?
No, they don't!
Well, they know that one of our
And he
friends
looks over.
alive.
He looks over at you from it. He's like, skeleton.
Fuck.
Everyone's got skeletons in the closet.
God, do you have any spares of those gauntlets, by the way?
No.
Fuck.
I
You
would
want to go in
recommend,
or not?
as a favor, I am going to tell you to jump out this window.
We're not going to do that.
I get paid from Vale. I don't get paid from whatever person he has on the other side of that door.
Isn't Vale over there?
Mhm.
Vale was at the party when they
Oh,
fought
for
one
fuck's
down.
sakes, I don't work for who Vale works for. I work for Vale. You have a skeleton in there, go get him. I'm not so concerned about it. I'm giving you a fucking way out.
And you have a boss in there.
He'll
Vale was
be-
at the party.
He'll be fine. I'm giving you a chance. He begins to open up the door and he begins to walk outside. Take it! And he sends over his two
Yeah, I'm not going.
compatriots and he just slams the door behind him.
I mean, I behind them. I go through the door.
Okay. As you begin to go through the door, you can kind of see like this kind of destruction that's evident through it. You can see Mabari Slayer's just like slashing
Jesus.
out somebody onto the side. You can see a human that's been through the side of the door impaled through the wall with another sword. You can see that a
God.
lot of people who are remaining are like holed up in corners inside of rooms,
Oh my God.
panicking.
Can I see Pilar anywhere?
Yeah, you can see Pillow on the other side of the foyer.
Okay.
And as he begins to look up at you, he's like, glad you made it.
We have business, I think.
Do we?
You have something I
They
want.
look for Ruby and Ravenel.
What is that?
I'm sure you can imagine what that might be.
Food?
Let's have a wizard duel for it. How about that?
I'm under no condition to be nice to you. And I'm under no condition to have a competition.
Alright, well, my staff magic thing was still ready. I cast Hold Person on him.
You can see, you can see it as you cast Hold Person, it immediately fails.
Oh!
As you can see Delim on the other side of the stairs. And he's like, no. Go.
I'm not letting a piece of the Black Star fall into the hands of the pillars again. They have enough of them.
Well, that's most interesting. I'm not against killing you.
Well, worse things will happen if the pillars put the star together.
Let me worry about that.
Is this the limb talking?
Yeah.
Aren't you dead? Didn't you die?
Piss off.
I go look for Ruby and Ravenel.
Ruby's laying down at the bottom of the stairs with
Like,
Ravenel
in
over
my-
their body.
In my arms.
Oh my
As
goodness.
he begins to walk over to as Dylan begins to walk over to Naldrag, he begins to put his mouth to his ear and he's like, just one question. Why a black star? And Naldrag begins to look up at him and he's like, it's the only thing that could stop it at this point. Better to have it and not need it. Besides, your plans are already fulfilled. Why can't my plans be fulfilled? He looks down. He's like, it stays out of Lake Reach. As Naldrag looks up at him, he's like, that seems fair. And as Dylan looks him up and down, he's like, good. And it's because this music is hilarious.
Yeah. I didn't want to quickly ask if I can do something.
What you want to do?
I was gonna, cause like while this is all happening, obviously I think Aisha's first thought is like the first time they come in, she didn't know someone in her family is here, and now that this is happening, it kind of worries her that maybe this person is down here now and probably getting stabbed or something, and like I want her to at least take a quick check to see if she can
anyone
recognize,
if
yeah.
there's another
just-
night shadow.
Yeah,
in the
if
crowds
now,
that she can
if
see.
this
Uh,
person, yeah.
As you begin to investigate, you could see someone's eyes begin to pop out in the side. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Oh my god, please.
Yeah!
Oh!
It's good.
19.
And you can see as their eyes kind of meet yours for just a second. And as you see that, you can see the Night Shadow's eyes that you've seen before. However, you recognize them. But it's over a white hood.
What?
Shit.
Oh my god. She's just frozen. She's like,
Oh shit.
They try not to look at you for a minute as they hold eye contact a little bit further, but they keep on walking.
okay.
You don't
Well,
look so good.
No, well, like, you're
This
still
is a
at the
wash,
top of the
let's fucking
stairs.
go.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Ruby
yeah.
grabs Ravenous arm and is just like, he killed all his people.
Ah, so we're people now. And I stand
Yeah.
up. Oh, I don't like
Yeah.
drop you, but
Yeah.
I'm not very gentle. I'll stand up.
Yeah.
As you say we're people now, the limb at the top of the stairs just goes, people. He begins to walk down the side of the stairs. He just look at you for a minute. I'd tell Caesarea to leave town if I were you.
No shit. I know when I'm outmatched. Piss off.
Same. And as he begins to look at your eyes for a minute, as he nods, you can kind of tell there's like a little bit of respect in what he's saying. Like there's a little tiny glimpse of respect. As
I
he- as he
unmask.
looks at you, and he's like, just tell him to leave the rest of the order behind. It has grander plans. Take this as a professional courtesy. And a prideful one. He just begins to nod and he begins to walk up the side of the stairs. You can kind of see that familiar, like, flowery crest in the back. And he looks up at all of you, and he's like, please kindly leave. I have a meeting with Orlin, and I don't want it to be mistaken.
Do I see
And
something?
as that happens, you can see Salt Boots and Umril on the side with Orlin's hands kind of wrapped around Umril. He's like, I think you have a much grander symphony to play. And he looks up at all of you. He's like, have a good evening.
I'll see you again on the path.
Hope so.
I know so.
As he begins to walk away, he just kind of goes through another room as people begin to flood out from the side of the balcony, and he begins to walk out.
He's gonna go play billiards.
If we're done bickering, can we get the fuck out of here?
Please.
We need to move.
Yeah,
Party's
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Ruby forces himself up from the ground.
I go back to the window and hold open the
Ravenel,
curtain and
you
wait
lost
for
your
everybody.
mask.
And wait for who?
Just wait for everybody to get here.
Yeah.
I will put my mask back on, and I'm gonna book it. I'm headed to Caesarea Noms.
Okay, you guys all headed to Caesarea Noms?
Are all the people dead in this room now?
I think there's nothing else left here unless we want to try to sneak downstairs and do another dungeon crawl.
No, fuck that. I have other business. If you do that, you do it without me. I'm already gone.
As that
I
happens,
gotta move.
you guys slowly start to flood out, and at what you see ahead of
Oh,
you...
I need to go to coat check and get my axe.
I fucking left my longsword.
You have a better sword now. Let's go.
I just bought that axe.
As you begin to go out, the guy at the front desk just begins to like take out everyone's stuff,
Let's do sparkling.
201!
Anyway.
Give me the longsword!
and he just takes out the chest and he puts it right up, and he just tosses it all down to the ground,
Sweet.
along with everyone's shit.
Oh my god, okay.
We'll grab a couple extras while I'm there.
Yeah, grab some
I
extras.
do it like Cha-Cha real smooth. Just fucking get the longsword, don't even stop walking.
Ruby's just like,
Yeah.
I'll just take anything.
like,
that's
just
better
like
than
very
my other
hurt.
axe.
You don't really see a lot, but you do happen to notice the limb as he begins to go. you do begin to notice as you begin to look for your axe. You look up for just a second, and you can see, just past the cloak, underneath its hilt, this large battle axe present underneath Delenn's hand. And as you begin to look at it, you've not really seen something like this before. It looks almost like it's made of wood. And it's kind of curved into blade formation and extremely sharp from the distance. Apart from that, you don't really know.
Okay. I wanted to just look through the cache of weapons from Kochek.
I know. You're going to
Okay.
get your axe back, as well as...
Great.
Actually, I need to do a percentile check to see if you find anything else. Yeah, cool. You managed to find a very, very well-made shield.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
That's about it.
Cool, I'll take that too.
I need to find some fucking armor. Oh god.
Gnolls are very much scavengers, and like if they find something better, they'll just ditch their older equipment.
Okay. You guys gonna grab all your shit and go?
I am already going.
I'm-
Brevity?
I'm moving slowly. I'm the last one now, but I am going. I just want to take one last glance at the chaos or whatever is behind us now, and just make a mental note like I'll find out what that was about, and like follow you guys.
Okay.
I mean, I don't look for things because I'm just following Raveno.
I mean, I didn't check any of my stuff.
Okay. Do you
But
want to
are
check your
we-
stuff then?
What?
Do you want to check your stuff then? Like, what do you...
Oh,
what-
you mean you didn't leave it
No,
at the
I
coat
didn't check anything.
I
Okay,
was
so
the
you
only
just
one
left?
who had something.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't leave anything with the coat check.
Okay, then you're
But
just leaving.
was
We're going.
yeah.
Are we going out the front door? Or are we going out the window?
I'm
It
going.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
already out
He's
the
letting you
door.
leave however
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, we just leave to the front
Let's
and like
go.
witness the
I assume
chaos of
that's
the
what-
city.
yeah.
From climbing down
What's
the steps
happening
of,
in the city?
Gold.
I assume that's what we were doing. Yeah.
We're not gonna get to Caesarea.
As you guys begin to float out into the city, you can see the large walls that used to stand there crumpled down. You can see a large bit of raiders and a large bit of looters just going into buildings, cracking stuff down. You can see guards not really doing anything,
I'm
only
sprinting.
only protecting the Goldies district. And as you guys begin to run,
Where's Scalig, by the way? He
Scalig's
fucked off?
with you. So
Okay.
he walked outside the front door and he's stealthed away. He's pissing off. As that happens,
How much gold did we get from him?
you guys can check later for fuck's sake.
It's very important.
Plot is
You know what?
important.
Because you said that,
You lose some.
yeah, you only get 70 gold. Fuck, let me describe. As you guys begin to go out the other end of the city, you can see like large bits of flames starting to go raiders, looters beginning to move through, and then in the distance, down from the long path of the entrance, you're starting to see almost battalions of hobgoblin soldiers beginning to move through the shanty town as they begin to enter and kind of flood into the streets.
Who are they with?
As you look ahead, are you gonna stealth, or are you just gonna like just blatantly try and see what's happening?
I mean, I'm following Raveno, but
Well, you're gonna have to get closer to figure out who they're with.
okay.
Like you can't just see things indefinitely further.
Okay.
As you guys begin to go further
I
and
mean,
rushing
I
it
can tell they were hobgoblins.
into you can tell they're hobgoblins. But apart from that,
Do we know like what colors they're wearing?
yeah, they seem to be where
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, what clan are they with?
you can't
Like
tell
what
what clan,
markers?
but they seemingly are wearing like black armor,
Okay.
black and red.
Does that mean anything to me?
It's the same as the Thieves Guild.
They don't wearing red, were they?
Black.
Yeah, but they're wearing black and red.
Are they wearing black and red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, does that mean anything to me?
Check to
History check, or do I just...
Yeah, you can do a history check.
That's not good. That's an 8.
Not really familiar with these battlements. They seem to be walking very, very further, almost in threes and in large battalions as they begin to go through the other side of the city. They don't seem to be doing anything. They seem to be trying to keeping the peace at the moment. But they are really rough and tumble with all the people there, just like taking people, throwing them off to the side, kicking people down if they need to be kicked down, that type of thing. They seem to be more or less retaining order as it begins to happen. As you guys move through the other end of the city, you can see... as you begin to go forward across the other end of the city, you can see this large blaze that's beginning to form. The top of Caesarianam's house is burning. As that begins to happen, you can see a door. The door that's in place, it's not open. And you can see about 3 raiders coming off to the side. You can see about 6 different Mubari slayers just raiding the other end of the house, just looking at it burn.
I'm gonna run for the door, I guess. I assume you were going for the door too?
like I clearly saw Delim, right? Like back at the house, like
Yes.
so I know that he's wearing this white star thing. It's probably the same one. Like I saw it, right?
He wasn't wearing a white
Naldric
star.
had the white
Oh,
star.
Naldric.
No, he's just
Who the
wearing
fuck is
he was
Naldric?
wearing white and there were flowers going down the back.
Naldrag was the Broken Pillars guy.
Yeah, the
Naldric
hobgoblin.
Bar, okay.
The salty hobgoblin one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's 3 guys. They're just watching it burn.
About 6 of them.
6 of them.
Yeah, they're just watching it burn. They seem to all be Mubari Slayers.
Okay.
They're just watching it.
Um,
They don't really seem.
I will attempt to pass if they will let me.
They look at you for a minute. They let you pass.
We're gonna go barge at the door.
Yeah, kick in the door, I guess, unless it's open.
Yeah, as you begin to open up the door just kind of like immediately fades open, and as that happens, you can see this kind of opening to familiarity of Naldrag's house, except it's filled with smoke. And the moment that happens, you can see kind of a note that's written in it, and you can kind of tell it's got some misspellings in its ledger. And the moment that you begin to kind of tell what it is, all the letters that are missing from the note, it's just like a brief little letter.
It's
I'm
like a
not gonna give you
cipher.
the note. You can tell that the letters that are missing out of some of the
So like the mistakes are the message.
yeah, the mistakes, and you can tell that the letters that are missing are 2 L's. No, sorry, 3 L's. 2 O's, a B, a D, and a W.
Bloodwell.
That's what I was thinking.
Apart from that, the rest of the house seems really empty. You're starting to well, not you specifically,
Yeah.
but you are starting to feel choked up from the flames.
Okay.
It's been like no time since we, like this is basically the next day, right? Since we found the thing to begin with, the blood well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so there's nothing else that I see?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna trust the note.
Mhm.
I'll about face.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll
and
follow.
relay this to the other. But not loudly.
Yeah.
All I will say is follow me.
Where's Finn?
Trust and follow me. And I head for the
Fine,
nether
it'll be
void.
fine.
As that happens, you guys enter into the
Really.
Olar store. There's a broken window inside.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell there's been a lot of looting. You can see a lot of the inside of it is stripped. But as you begin to go in, you can see the cellar door is locked tight.
Let's see. I guess I'll fucking knock, I guess. I'll just pound on it.
No. You hear a voice in the side. Don't come in!
Is it Finn or is it Caesarea?
Do you know who this is?
It's a trick!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. And you just you can see how well it opens up immediately, and it's Finnegan.
Oh,
And he begins to
Finnegan.
sneak into the door. You can tell like some of his spikes are stuck in the end, and he's like, we managed to get in.
Yeah.
Ruby is ecstatic when he sees Finnegan. He grabs his face and he's like,
Not now! I drag everyone.
Forgot to mention we rescued Finnegan.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
drag everyone in.
That was us.
As that
Maybe
begins
don't
to
grab
happen,
like
you can
face,
see...
Oh, retcon a little bit. I left all my shit back at Caesarea Nams while we were looting. I would have gone and retrieved that.
See, then you
All
need
my
to make
shit.
constitution checks.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
Okay.
Constitution check.
To
the
withstand
smoke.
the smoke.
2.
Fail. You start coming in, and you feel one level of exhaustion.
Alright.
Just
This
from the
neighborhood
amount of smoke,
gust.
smoke coming
Really,
in.
yeah. It would have been all in one spot, just to snag it all up like my shield and my armor.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. My armor was there, and I don't give a shit.
Okay, so you going back?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
As you guys
I
begin to
don't
enter
wish.
into the downstairs room, you can see a familiar bloodstain along the side, and you can see Finnegan kind of put up against a wall. You can see Nan there, who seemed to have suffered a little bit of damage. You can tell there's this large slash across the side of her face that kind of runs all the way down from her chin, from her neck to the bottom left end of her heart. And as she's there, she's like bleeding down from the side. And she looks down, and there you can see Caesarea Nam on the side. And as you look down at Caesarea Nam, there's an arrow in his stomach, and he's bleeding out.
I'm gonna heal him. I have plenty of lay on hands.
Aisha.
I was gonna cast.
As,
yeah,
you,
yeah,
as
sorry.
you begin to heal his wounds ever so slightly, a part of it begins to heal and seep in further. But as it heals and seeps around the wound, the arrow seems still inside and is jagged.
Alright.
Like I didn't pull it out first.
Well,
You
rip
get-
it out and heal him right away.
You get the, you get the
Imagine
kind of sense
killing
that
it
if you
was.
you
Yeah.
get the sense that if you pull it out, like how much did you heal him for?
Well, I have 20, so let's heal him for 10. And
It should
see.
be enough to stabilize him for the
Yeah.
moment.
Aisha,
And as you begin
Yes.
to pull it out,
can you
Yeah.
do a minor illusion on
I
the
will.
door
I'm
to
saying right
hide
now.
the fact
Yeah.
that there's a cellar?
he takes 3
Okay,
bleeding
sure, yeah.
damage, and immediately just like falls down to the ground, and you can tell this arrow has like different forks and prongs in it that make it exceptionally hard to pull out. And
Oh,
as he begins to look out, like for an old man, he's alive, but you get the kind of sense that he was close.
I'll heal my last 10.
And as you slowly start to hear the rage above you, you slowly start to feel a sense of calm as you are safe down here for the moment. And just as that happens, you can see the inside side of the well that last time you saw was wrecked,
Yeah.
has filled back up again and has remained. And as you unfurl the other end of the map, you kind of look down at the map you took from Aldusa Saltboot's map, and you look at the map that has been restored from the Bloodwell, and you feel a sense of calm and a knowing resilience of what you must do. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Fuck
My
me!
gosh.
Ruby's
I'm
gonna
so
get so
sad.
Do
many
you
kisses.
see why I wanted to wait for the reveal
Yeah.
until I did it all at one time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that was a tie-in of all the storylines
Oh my god. Wow.
at once.
Holy crap.
Ruby almost died.
I'm worried
Died.
for you,
Ruby
man. What
was
the hell?
inches away from death.
Oh.
Saved
Permadeath.
your
Jeez.
goddamn life.
You're so lucky that Delim didn't fucking flat out kill you.
Yeah.
That was close.
GM mercy.
Well, you guys don't know exactly how powerful Delim is.
Strong enough to do over 30 damage in one hit.
You know what's funny is
And the
that
16
if I
failed
didn't
the
eat that
save,
scorpion
so-
tail, I would have still been standing.
So yeah, that is the end of this portion. When we come back, we're going to. You guys have a lot of directions.
God, we have to wait so long!
Guys,
Yeah.
we
Oh,
don't
But
But it's a perfect place
but
to
it's the
start
perfect place
live.
to stop, and you guys can think about what your plans are. You guys can follow up the
I don't
map.
know.
You guys can try and look for people. You guys
I'm
can
kind
try.
of confused at this point.
What are you confused about?
I don't know. I just have I have trouble putting pieces together.
Okay, don't worry.
We'll
we
go
will
through
get
it all.
you...
But
We
yeah,
will
we'll talk
discuss
about
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we figure out
We can even rewatch the episode.
is this gonna go in the
Yeah.
first for sure?
Not on the...
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a really
This one.
hard.
Yeah, so
This was a really hard GM session for me.
You did great.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
I had some feelings
Yeah.
in like real time.
Yeah.
Hey, so thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for watching us all freak out.
Quest and fears.
Yes.
And if
Drama
everything
is
goes
just
well,
getting
this should
started.
be New Year's Day,
Yes.
and this would begin,
Happy New
hopefully,
Year.
Happy
Yeah.
New Year, and this will begin our countdown before our first live episode. So stay
On the
tuned.
next Quests and Queers.
Thank you so much.
Some shit happened.
In association with gamers.
Yes. Music
music-
by
yes.
Fox.
More.
Yeah.
Art by C4 Studios.
Yeah.
And Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Chan.
And that is my name, by the way. So
His real
please.
name is Jackie
Yeah.
Chan.
And you'll save us all.
I am like. That's why like last time I was doing the other session, and I was like so ready, and I was just like, I can't do the big twist now because if I do the big
No.
twist,
Yeah.
it's not going to be as impactful if you guys
We
have
didn't have
like.
been
enough
there for
time
like
to
5
unpack.
hours.
Thank you guys, and keep questing queers.
Yeah.
Finnegan.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys finally saved Finnegan. That was.
I'm gonna give you so many kisses.
That was a story thread from episode fucking 2.
Yep.
All I wanted to do was save Finnegan.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I
we
wanted.
wanted
to.
Episode 0 is when we first...
When you first met Finn,
Finnegan.
the quest to save him was.
was episode 2.
Okay,
After
currently
Kevin
I hate
still
all these
didn't
guards and I
fight
want them all to die.
Kevin. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Bad guards.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Thank you.
Brett, Charlie, Jackie, Nav, Ada, and Mark.
Next episode in 7 days.
See you guys in New Year.
Make sure to follow Quest and Queers on
Yes.
whatever you're watching it on or listening to it on. And please share with your friends if you like what we're doing. The best way that we can grow numbers is through word of mouth. Share Quest and Queers with your D&D nerdy queer friends or queer friendly friends. Yeah, like, follow, share, comment.
Friendly
Hit us up on the Twitter.
We
and
will
please
get back to you.
Share
Yes.
Quest and
For
Queers.
the love of God, please share.
Thank you for joining us. We will be live on our next session, which will be scheduled and will be tweeted about and all of that. So thank you for joining us. Good night.
I am...
Ah!